Gravy, gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Past the Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, baby. And we go ahead and lick and we'll get rich today. Rich, bitch.
Gravy, 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 gang! What is going on, everybody? Happy Gravy Day. It's Past Gravy, episode 621. 621. I am your good buddy, Alex, with my friend Robert Barbosa, a.k.a. Bobby Jokes. And today we've got a very special guest for you joining the podcast. You may have heard him from other podcasts, such as Past the Gravy Bro, and even Past the Gravy before. It's Pat Dion. Pat, welcome back to the pod.
Woohoo! Doing a Homer thing now.
Got a little round of applause. We got an in-studio audience today. Hey, everybody. I hope you're enjoying the show. That's what happens. If you want to be in the Gravy Gang, you may be able to come watch a live recording. What if we actually just had like one chair and we only had one person a week, but like they can't talk to us. They just have to sit there and watch us.
We could have our own cuck chair.
Oh, the PTG cuck chair.
We do have it.
We do have it.
There is one more chair in here.
It's a metal chair. It doesn't look comfortable.
And the winner of Cuck of the Week this week.
People are like excited about it. You're like, well, you can come and sit here.
They say anything. We're like, hey, shut up. I will duct tape your mouth.
We put them on the other side of the door so they can't really hear it. We have like a glass door that closes, and it's like fogged out, so you can't see people standing, but you can see like feet and stuff. They just have to sit, and so they can watch in through the bottom of it.
Someone takes it too seriously, and they actually start jerking off in the cuck chair. We're like, no.
That's too far. But then we don't have security to get him kicked out anyways, so I don't know. Maybe we don't do that.
We'll make Robert do it.
Look, they're not all going to be great ideas, but that's the Precome segment already.
What are you talking about? The PTG cuck chair is a phenomenal idea.
It's an idea.
I guess you just don't want to include more people in the podcast.
It's an idea for sure.
It's like a chef's table at a restaurant.
Chef's table?
It'll be like one where like they set it up like on the edge of the kitchen so you can like watch the chef cooking and everything.
Yeah.
That's our cuck chair is a chef's kitchen for us, or chef's table.
It always seems too close. Too close to all the...
Right?
Oh, it is. I don't know how people do it. It seems uncomfortable.
I always figured that was just people that were like, hey, like, your mom's in town and you wanted her to be able to eat while like you're like, you know, like it was somebody that like somebody knew. But like I've never had the like urge to be like, dude, I wish we could, you know what? This would be a way better dinner if we were eating in the kitchen.
I would hate that. Like, I mean, at my restaurant, it's an open kitchen anyway, so you can just see in. But if I worked in a place that wasn't and they had that table, I would hate it. Because I'm like, are we supposed to clean up our language? And
how does that work?
Yeah, like you can't talk in the kitchen how you normally talk. Otherwise, like, what's the table's gonna be back there trying to eat, and they're just gonna hear all the employees telling each other
behind.
I'm gonna fuck you.
Yes, chef.
And that's just man to man. Just every guy in the back saying they're gonna fuck each other.
You're fucking terrible. You're never gonna make it in this business. Why would you fucking do that? Do it again. Do it again. Send it back. Do it again. I'm just doing Joel McHale from The Bear.
Yeah, ours isn't so much like that. Ours is more like, I'll tell you, man, they said it's overcooked. Remake it or I'm gonna fuck you. That's kind of just how we talk. Which, by the way, like I said, open kitchen. If you come to the restaurant, you will hear us saying these things to each other. We are very inappropriate, and we forget that we're in front of guests when we do it.
Oh, that's just how we talk in this biz.
Oh, sorry, I said that super loud, didn't I?
Yeah. The Bear stresses me out, but what really frustrates me about it is when like they have like some salad and he's like freaking out about not being able to do the weird artsy like this green gelato goo that we made that goes on top of it. It's the fennel salad's ruined. I'm like, I don't think they had an expectation for any of that. It's like, well, it went too far on one side and not too far on the other side. I was like, I don't think it means anything. I think it's just art.
Yeah, that's for the chef.
Right, but then like when they're scolding the chef because it doesn't look good enough, I'm like, I don't think it matters.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's because the chef is the one, the person at the table, you wouldn't notice the difference. The chef knows the difference, and like true chefs are all crazy assholes.
Yeah.
They're anal retentive, like super detail oriented. I could never work in a place like that. Like, I'll be honest, half the time, if I get the salad up there, like a Caesar salad and dressings on the side, and one of the dressings is kind of like tipped over sideways, I don't even fix that half the time.
Yeah,
like,
it's a salad. You're
I'm
gonna
like,
put
the
dressing on
dressing's
it.
going on there anyway.
Yeah.
If I'm busy, salad's going out.
All right. Well, welcome to the Precome segment, everybody. I was walking my dog yesterday, and I felt like I wanted to share this with you guys. But I was walking my dog at this little park. I've told you guys all that's where the pickleball goes down. Where I've seen some drama, not in a while, but there was this guy, and he was walking at kind of a brisk pace because I let my dog go over to the side so he could pass us. But he took a phone call on his iPad or AirPods at some point, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm fucking extracizing," and he's smoking a cigar the whole time. But he said, "I'm fucking extracizing." Like exercising. I was
He's
like
working off the cigar. It's
I was like,
actually efficient as shit.
But I want to call it extracizing. And I told him, and it's like, now I'm just like, I'm fucking extracizing, babe. Babe, fucking extracizing. So I want to just start referring to any.
So it's just anything when you're doing a physical activity, but also just doing anything else with it?
Just when you're like moving. If you're moving at all, you're extracizing.
Man, it was hot in my room, so I sweated a lot while I was jerking it. That was exercising.
But it reminded me of like if you've seen like a biker smoking a cigarette. I was like, he's getting cardio, but he's also canceling it out, I think, because he's smoking a cigar. Although you don't inhale cigars.
See a fat guy walking laps at the local high school eating a turkey sandwich at the same time. Oh, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be sick. And if you had like a tracksuit.
Or every girl in high school that doesn't want to be there in gym, so they just walk circles eating hot Cheetos at the same time.
I do that was a funny phase of life where you're just like, these coaches can't do shit to me. Run a mile, you're like, all right, well, I'm just going to walk it.
I never had these coaches can't do shit to me because they could. They could make me run
Well,
more.
I played sports, but like when you knew other people that like were like, oh, they can't make us do anything. Like we're just going to have to walk it again tomorrow. And it's like, well, that's what you have to do every day then.
I mean, the only time I had that was the last 2 weeks of school when baseball was over. And at that point, your teachers don't expect you to even be paying attention.
Yeah, so you're good.
I slept almost every day in one of my classes those last couple of weeks of school.
I remember in football, like after the football season was over, they would just like, we'd have that 2 weeks before the Christmas break, and they would just be like, yeah, well, you can play NFL Blitz on the Super Nintendo.
Somebody bring in your N64. You can play up on the fucking monitor, whatever. We don't care.
That was fun. But yeah, I don't know. I just want to start using the phrase "I'm extracizing."
I love it.
Which obviously he meant exercising, but it's just funny the way he said it. And like, I want it to be in a more Italian accent or more like New York, but he's like, yeah, I'm fucking extracizing.
Hell, I exercise every day. Carrying 3 plates while power walking to a table, exercising.
He also probably just went out for a smoke break and was like, nope, I'm working out. That's what I'm doing.
I pooped aggressively while scrolling on my phone, exercising.
Oh, I got sweaty. I'm extracizing.
I almost always get sweaty.
Yeah, I'm outside. I'm exercising. Makes your heart rate go up, right? The heat does. Cardio.
I mean, you could be, dude, anytime, like, when you and your cousins go for a walk before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you exercise.
You're walking and smoking, exercising.
It's multitasking while exercising.
Yeah, exercising.
I'm
an exercise expert.
I'm technically, yeah, you're an exercise expert.
Yeah.
Expert.
On EE, baby.
Extra spurt.
Oh my God, you're combining too many. You can combine 2 words, not 3. Don't be silly, dude.
Look, you don't reach that conclusion unless you try it, okay?
You
Dare to try.
It's an unserious thing, but you got to take it seriously.
Like, you think we got the Mars rover on Mars the first time? No, we overshot.
You think that guy is sitting there just with a... No, he joystick, probably eating a snack at the same time.
Probably.
I bet you there's Cheeto dust on the fucking Mars rover's joystick right now.
I would bet so. I think we lost the Mars rover now, but like when it first got there, I bet like we missed Mars a couple times.
Did they miss?
I would imagine. Like, it's just...
It's a planet. How do you miss? It's fucking huge.
If you've never shot at the planet before, you know, you probably like...
Just fucking point it.
Yeah. You gotta worry about those space winds.
Dude, solar winds aren't real, dude.
Solar winds aren't real.
There's no sails in space.
What about lunar winds?
I thought that was tides.
They control the tides on Earth, but we don't know what they control in space.
Are tides just lunar winds? I think they are.
They kind of are. I'll go with that. I'll go with that for sure. Okay, other thing I had was, do you guys think that monsters are evil, or do you think they're really just hungry? Because I feel like they're always portrayed evil, But really, like, they're just hungry monsters.
Not always.
I mean, Monsters Inc.
Yeah, Sully was a good guy.
I mean, I think
Sully was a great guy.
I think if you really break it down, a lot of monsters are more the Monsters Inc. monsters, where they're not really mean.
They're just clocking in. Like now, some of them you're gonna have. What was his name? Wendell.
That guy was a dick, right?
Yeah, he was evil.
Like you have evil monsters. Obviously, there's gonna be evil monsters. Like there's evil people, but like I think like Trimmers, those things just wanted to eat.
Yeah, I mean they're just
like, they were
following
hungry.
their biology.
They didn't know. A Quiet Place, like they're very scary killing machines, but like you just happen to be the prey.
Vampires. What are they supposed to just let themselves die? No, they're hungry.
Yeah, like they gotta eat something. I did see though they're making like ethical blood, which is just like they can create their own blood.
You mean True Blood?
Something
There's
like that.
There's a whole series.
Well,
about
no, I
this.
saw like some science place found it out, and I was like, this is great for vampires.
But what the hell is ethical blood?
Or like it's like not human blood. They just made it, but it like you could give a transfusion with it to somebody that needed a blood transfusion.
It's probably way less expensive just to
build your own blood.
No, to just find somebody that has the blood than using the technology to create synthetic blood. Which, by the way, if they were like, you're going to die, we can't find a donor, but we have this fake blood we can give you. Like, that's just going to give me super cancer.
Or superpowers.
Probably not superpowers.
Or what it was.
Then the government wouldn't be allowing regular citizens to have it. They would keep it for themselves.
They're experimenting with you. You get
I'll
like
be
one
an
of the
experiment.
cool ones.
Am I getting paid?
Oh, do you need a transfusion though? Because then it's like, here, take this.
I'm just gonna die.
That's when they just introduce
I'm not
crack
gonna-
into your bloodstream.
I'm not just gonna be a
try and
guinea
frame
pig.
you for stuff.
I'm not gonna let the government do shit to me without getting paid.
It's true. Sometimes you don't know. MK Ultra. They don't tell you that stuff.
Or like maybe they're X-Files. The government just faking an abduction so they can test on you.
I could see that.
Put stuff in your butt.
Probably.
That the government wants to get my butt so bad. I'm not gonna let them. You can't have my butt, Trump.
I do think that monsters are just like portrayed badly, where it's like, look, dog, they're hungry.
They're just animals.
Quiet Place, like there's not a lot of people left, man, and they're all hiding, so they just gotta use what they can to find something to eat. So sue them, you know? The cavemen, they would starve to death if they didn't have woolly mammoths, but they're like, we gotta find, like, look, we don't want to kill you, we have to.
I mean, think about it. If you had never heard of a cheetah, and you went to Africa and you saw a cheetah run down an elk and kill it, you'd be like, that monster.
Yeah,
it's a monster.
It was
like,
a monster.
Look at that thing. It climbs trees. It has fangs. And it's that fast. That's a monster. No, dude, it's just hungry.
Like Jaws portrayed as a monster was kind of a monster at the end of it, but like I really feel like at the beginning Jaws was just hungry.
Yeah,
and then he got a little greedy.
A little bit.
He's like, look, they don't even fight back. I can do whatever I want here. A lot of sharks are like, I don't know what people are, and then they see a person, they think it's a seal, and they're like, all right, let's go. It's chow time. Oh fuck, my bad, dog. Sorry, your arms are gone, but like
he was just trying to get on Shark Week, dude.
Yeah,
he was just trying to be famous.
Look, I saw this breaching video. I saw everybody was on it. I was trying to jump up really high and catch a seal. Didn't know it was you, dog. My bad.
It was Jaws just a shark fluencer. He was just trying to go viral.
He was the original shark fluencer for sure. For sure he was. But I think monsters, maybe we back off on monsters. And like calling people monsters kind of demeaning to regular monsters. It's like, dude, they're just trying to live their life.
Yeah,
you
the only time
you happen to be lunch, but like they're just trying to eat.
The only time you should call somebody a monster is if they're walking into Cracker Barrel. Like, oh, that dude's a monster. He's about to do some work in there. Very hungry.
Just Cracker Barrel.
Joey Chestnut, monster.
Yeah. He's a machine more so than a monster.
He's a monster machine.
But
He's a monster truck.
He is a monster truck. I just feel like monsters, though, they're getting a bad rap. Maybe we chill out on the meanness towards
Like
them.
a werewolf? I'd feed that guy and make him my buddy, dude.
Also, like, he can't control when the full moon's out.
I just wanna pet him.
Sorry.
He's probably a good boy. He's just hungry.
It's his affliction. You know, he's just like, my bad, dog. I just turn into a werewolf sometimes, and then I might try and kill you. But like, other than that, like, I don't want to. That's the other version of me.
Perfect example, Shaun of the Dead. Fat guy turns into a zombie. What's he do? No, he just keeps him fed and plays video games with him. He's just hungry. He's not bad.
All zombies are really just trying to eat. Like, oh, these monsters. Like, no, dog, they gotta eat. You gotta eat too.
I mean, I Am Legend. Those things were just trying to.
They
had
to
a baby. It was just trying to take care of his baby.
Yeah. So like maybe let's reevaluate how we look at monsters. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just call people.
Have an open heart.
Let's try and take that word back. Like you're a fucking monster, dude. Which is just like you're a great guy. Hey, dude.
I like that.
This guy's a fucking monster.
I do love the green monster.
Green monster, just trying to eat. Eat ball.
Eat line drives.
Eat ball.
All right.
Monsters, misunderstood. What do you guys got for pre-com segment?
So I don't know if you saw the Major League Baseball made the right decision for the All-Star game. They're going back to team is just wearing their jersey. Where you don't have these stupid All-Star jerseys that got plainer and plainer as the years went on. They really started
Atlanta
to suck.
ones are cool.
But still, they're going back. They're just wearing their jerseys. I have an alternate idea. I love the jerseys. This is how it should be. Wear your throwback jerseys.
If you're the home team.
I mean, even away, you have throwback aways.
Do they?
Yeah, the Astros 70s ones, they had like rainbow stripes on it, but it was a great jersey. On like the sleeve, it was a little bit there. But like, how awesome would it be?
Always just had the whites, but the rainbow was just like always there. So they're like, it's fine, you get it.
No, if you can look back on it, you can see they have old school. I mean, Astros also had like the alternate blacks when they were the charcoal. But either way, I think it would just be because like I want to see Mason Miller wearing the old school, really green athletic jersey in the All-Star game. Like that, Astros wearing rainbow. Except I don't know. Is it American League or National League this year?
It's in Atlanta, so National League.
Shit. So we wouldn't even get our cool next year.
Yeah, I'm not.
Next year, go to the throwbacks.
I'm not seeing any gray Astros. I
up
thought that was the whole thing. Is that like it didn't matter because I see the blue ones that had the rainbows on the top of the shoulders, but I don't see a gray one. Because it was like
if I had the video game in front of me, I use them all the time in the video game because they're
okay.
Great aways. Not a lot of pictures of them though. Not a lot of pictures. But you know what? Either way, all right, dude. I just want old school jerseys more. I love them.
Yeah, I mean, but now the City Connect ones kind of ruined it. We were bitching. I was bitching to you about Boston's jerseys, whereas like they have the stupid yellow and blue ones that look like UCLA, and then they also have the.
They
green
better
ones.
never do that. They better never do City Connect jerseys for the All-Star game. That's horrible.
But they went like back to back games of just like now we have green jerseys, now we have yellow jerseys. Like those are not either of your colors. What are you doing?
Yeah, you can't go back to back games with alternate. You can use the same alternate back to back games. I think for like you can use the same alternate for a series. You can't do different alternates back to back. That was a little minor league bush league by the Red Sox, but you know what? That's how they run their organization now.
And then Philadelphia also has really bad
no fucking
City
direction
Connect jerseys. Detroit does too.
Phillies, isn't there like some baby blue in it or something? I'm trying to remember.
It's like baby blue and black. It's weird.
Black jerseys usually hit. They don't hit. Let me look this up.
I just think the City Connects need to kind of go away for a lot of teams. We should be like, hey, if they worked, let them work. If they don't,
yeah, no, those
awful.
suck. Why? Like the Phillies, you already have the perfect alternate. The baby blue 1970s
the baby blues,
one.
yeah, you got those. Like
that should be your City Connect.
Just rock those. They're just trying to sell more jerseys, and it pisses me off that people actually buy them. Like the Giants ones that they have, like the Giants don't need.
I like the hat. I like the hat on the Giants one.
It's just like the weird SF.
It's like SF, yeah.
I don't like that. That's such an iconic logo, anyways. Like just keep the logo you already have. And then they also have the G, that like Barry Bonds. Remember those, like the batting practice ones? Like just go with that.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Giants and especially the Red Sox, they need the alternate city so they can make more money so that they can continue to pay the players that they have on payroll and not trade them away for fucking nothing.
Well, maybe not the Giants.
Well, see, now they got to pay the contract.
That's true.
We'll get there. I'm so angry.
That's true. But yeah, baseball's going back to the regular grays and whites. I don't have a problem with that.
I love it though. It's the best. Now the only thing that can make it even better
the
is
hats have the little stars on them. I like that. That was always cool.
Dude, put the old school 90s patches on them for the AL and American League too. Those need to come back. Those patches were fucking awesome.
We just had
the AL symbol and the NL symbol.
Oh, yeah, that would be cool.
Those were the best. I don't know why Major League Baseball ever got away with them.
I don't like the road team wearing the gray jerseys at the All-Star game. Like I don't.
You
I
want
don't,
them also wearing their homes?
I also want them wearing the homes.
I get that.
Baseball doesn't really matter if you have
Like, it's not like you're not going to be able to tell.
Yeah.
that guy's batting. He's in the field.
I threw it to the guy that was leading off of second base instead of the shortstop because I got confused. I don't know, man. He's wearing a fucking helmet.
I think it would be cool
You
if
probably tell who you're trying to throw it to.
if he runs so fast it comes off. He's got a mitten on.
Then just don't.
And then you'll be able to tell us.
Don't throw it to the guy who's sprinting across the field.
Also fair. Also fair.
I get it why they do it, but I'm with you on that. Everyone
like-
should get to their cool home ones because
Yeah.
the homes always look better.
Or you
no
could
one
wear
sees the
like
gray ones.
like the Astros if they're like since they're away they could still rock the like orange
Yeah.
or the navies.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. But like white, like I get like the aesthetics of it, and I kind of like about baseball that everybody just has a gray. That's cool.
As long as they all get like, and they will, the home hats. That's the important part too. Because when everyone wears the same hat, I hated it. I'm just happy we're going back to the regular jerseys. The All-Star jerseys, they were fun. Wear them in the home run derby. Let the game be pure.
Let the game be pure.
I'm all about purity here on this podcast.
Pat doesn't want black players in the league anymore. That's really what he's talking about.
Apparently, the Red Sox don't want him on their team.
Kind of a problematic move, if you ask me.
Except he's not really black. But,
He's not white.
and I'm pretty sure our rookie's half black.
Okay, well, still problematic.
We can only have a half of a black guy on the Red Sox at a time.
Not a great look.
Unless you're Aroldis Chapman, then you can just shoot at women and we'll keep you on the team.
But like, if Boston was gonna make a real City Connect, it would just be a jersey that was filled with racial slurs.
All
like,
of the
that would be that's what Boston does.
It would
They
be
call people racial slurs.
There would be like one corner of it would have tea in a harbor, and then the rest would just be everything that you imagine is being said to the players during the game.
Yeah.
Just all of
So
the
they
racism.
like blur them out on TV.
In fact, maybe that's what their City Connect jersey should be. It just says racism.
I don't know if they'd sell a lot that
The
way.
most northern racist city in the country.
They may not sell a bunch of jerseys, but
If not for the accent, you would think you were in Savannah, Georgia.
all right. Would you bring in today, Robert?
I fried fries at home.
You got the oil,
I got the oil, but I did it in a pan. I didn't do it like in a deep fryer.
so you got
Yeah,
like,
you just need some oil in a
Yeah.
pan.
a little thin. Yeah, you go like less in at a time.
I mean, you were making, 2 servings of fries?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't need a big pot for that.
Well,
but
does
like-
Sam eat fries?
She does, but she wasn't getting any of these.
Had to be vegetable oil.
These were fine. These were for me. So this was my first time ever frying them myself.
Got a picture?
Yeah, I have a picture of them in the pan. I don't have a picture of how they turned out.
My problem with making your own fries is always like I was bad at chopping them up. Okay.
Are those chips?
They
And
do
more
like
chips.
chips because the potatoes I got, they were like this big. They weren't like,
Okay, I was like,
they
that
weren't
doesn't
like-
look like fries.
They weren't like regular russet sized potatoes.
You made home-style wedges. You didn't make
Yeah.
fries.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
mean,
well, they call them chips in England, so he did.
So
also
where
make
are we?
Chips. I don't know.
Or
I'm just
America.
saying, maybe we're celebrating England.
But I used too much oil. That was a problem. There was so much leftover oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oil is a very hard thing to judge how much you need.
Yeah.
Because the worst is when you don't have enough. And you're like, well, god damn it, and like now I gotta wait for it to heat back up if I add more.
I can only
Yeah.
fry 4 of these at a time because I didn't do enough oil. Wow, that's porn.
Sounds good. It's a good sound.
Somebody just got a boner on ASMR right there. How were they, though? How'd they turn out?
They were fine. Ultimately, they were fine.
You
but
season them with anything?
With just salt. But ultimately, not worth it. I'm not gonna do it again. I think next time, if I make fries, I'm just gonna bake them in the oven.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's like a lot of work, but like I'm just still like a frozen fries guy.
Yeah, you toss them on a
But-
sheet pan, throw them in the oven for 30 minutes.
But like the Arby's ones or the Checkers ones,
Yeah,
throw
those are
those
good.
in there.
crinkle cut fries.
Call it rallies around these parts.
Rallies. Well, they're both
We-
it's
we
Checkers
don't.
/ rallies, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. We don't call it rallies.
I was about to say, I've never seen a Rallies. I've seen Checkers. Is Rallies around here?
It's the same
No,
thing.
no, it's the same thing,
literally
but-
the same
Oh, that's what I was going to say. I was like, is that the local one? Because
No.
I've never fucking seen that.
No, local one here it is Checkers.
We got to get to the bottom of why fucking companies do that.
I don't know.
Yeah, Hardee's and Carl's Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah, just make your mind up, guys.
Just be Carl's Jr. It's a better name
just
than
be
Hardee's.
Carl Hardee's. Like you could just combine it.
No, I don't want to learn a new thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fair. Just pick one and stick with
Carl's Jr., great name for a restaurant. Hardee's, okay.
Yeah, I agree. Frying shit up's fun, though.
Yeah.
You can reuse that oil.
But you're not gonna.
Yeah,
That's
you're
the
not
thing.
gonna.
You can.
I used to,
you
yeah,
leave
I
it on
put
your
in, like,
stove.
a jug. I'm like, I'm going to use this later. And then I never use it again.
Or like you leave it on your stove for 3 days. Like, oh, I'll just fry something again tomorrow. Then you get home, you're like, I don't feel like frying shit. And
I was on a po' boy kick for a while, and I would just...
Oh, yeah, I remember.
I would just buy like the little baby shrimps, and then you get home, that was lunch. It's just like, let's throw in 8-10 little shrimps, fry those bad boys up, and then I ran out of lettuce, and then I was just done.
Yeah, that's the end of it. You run out of one ingredient,
And
you're
then
like,
I
all
was
right, we're
I'm
done with
over
that
it
thing
for
now.
this. I rent. I'm just pouring this down the drain, and I'm done.
Yeah, and then at the end of it, you have all this oil that you're like, I know I'm not supposed to pour this down the drain, but I also don't want a dead patch in my yard, so this is going down the drain.
I didn't throw it down the drain. I put it in a
bag,
bag
and you just throw it away.
that had holes in it.
Oop.
So
Oops.
like I put it in the bag and then I set it on the counter because I was still like washing dishes. Turn around, there's a whole bunch of oil on the counter. So then I put that bag in another bag and then taped it up and threw that away. But it was just too much of a hassle.
It is. Cooking is fun, but it is involved.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
And you feel so accomplished when you do it, but then it comes time for cleanup, and you're like, especially that's the other part of it. It's just the extra step of cleanup when you're like, oh, I can't just push everything into a trash can. This sucks. I don't ever want to do this again.
And like when you spend time like doing that, and you spend like 20 minutes making something, and then you eat it in 5 minutes, you're like, I feel like that was delicious, but not worth that at all. I have to do this. I've been really on my cast iron shit. I've been buying ham steaks on the weekend. Throw those bad boys in there. It's
Ham
enough
steaks
for
are
me
the
and the
best.
wife. It's pretty dope. But like with a cast iron skillet, you're like, oh, guess what I'm gonna do? Just put a little water on that bitch, dry it off, done. It rocks. And then Emma got me the like stovetop cast iron thing that goes over 2 burners, kind of like a griddle, so I can do like eggs and bacon on those too, and then just like leave it out that day, and then go back to it the next day. I'm like, now I gotta just rinse it off.
Yeah, I think in a couple years, I think I'll finally hit my cast iron stage, but I'm still in the I'm afraid of maintaining it, so I refuse to buy it now.
Well, I'm probably like not maintaining it 100% the way you should, but like I'm just gonna put water on it. I got a little rubber scraper thing to scrape anything that won't come off of it on, and then towel it down, and it's done.
Well, I have the horrible habit of cooking when you cook. You put everything on the plate. The pan's hot, so you don't want to clean it yet. So
Then
it's
you
got the
go upstairs, and 2 days later, you're like, "Fuck, I never washed that pan."
Yeah, you go sit down on the couch, you eat, and then you just stay on the couch for 4 more hours and forget the pan is there, and you're like, ah.
Well, then you start in the dishwasher.
Now my
and it's
kitchen
fine.
smells like old eggs.
You can still wash it. My dishwasher's still not fixed, by the way. Still not fixed. Still on me to fix it. So I'm going.
It's on you to fix it.
Yeah.
That's what the
the land bitch said. So I have looked at the parts. I'm going to fix it myself. That'll be a fun part that I get to do this weekend. Watch some YouTube videos 'cause it's not an engine. And I will put these little brackets on there. I will fix it. And then when I move out, I will take those brackets with me and I'll put the broken ones back on it. And I will say, this is because you did not pay for the fixing, so I am going to give you what I got. And then like I was like, I'm gonna do this. I've done that with light bulbs before.
I do that with light bulbs.
Like, look, dude, I paid for these light bulbs. You guys didn't give me light bulbs, so here, you got burnt out lights. Sorry, like you can fix them.
But especially because I have the Philips Hue light bulbs.
Yeah,
So I'm like, you're not keeping these.
yeah, I'm not gonna give you all that stuff.
I just don't replace light bulbs until all of them go out, and then I will put one back in.
Yeah, like the bathroom thing where they have like the 5 light thing above
Yeah,
the
I've
mirror.
had 2 of the 4.
And then
entire
eventually
2 years
you
I've
get
been
down
in
to
this house.
1 and you're like, it's pretty dark in here. And then you buy all the rest of them and you're like, wow.
But also, sometimes
Like a
it's
ring
nice when the
light.
bathroom's dark because you're like, all right, this will help when I have to wake up in the middle of the night and pee, and I need to turn the light on. But it's less light so I can stay sleepier.
Yeah,
Just a sheepy guy.
all great stuff. All great stuff. Let's move on to the Comeback Kids segment. Oh, no, we were talking about people don't respect Hilary Duff enough.
Fact. And we're tired of it.
Yeah, like I love Hilary Duff. I've loved her more as I've gotten older. You know, I was a big Lizzie McGuire guy.
Dude, Lizzie was my dream girl.
I loved Lizzie. Lizzie was great. She had it all figured out. Her and Gordo, I just don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Gordo could just never seal the deal. But Hilary Duff, fantastic. And just like when you're like, hey, who are some of the greatest chicks in the world right now? And it's like, yeah, Sydney Sweeney's amazing. I love Sydney Sweeney. We're big Sydney Sweeney guys. But like Hilary Duff never gets brought up in these conversations. It's Jennifer Lawrence, it's Jessica Alba, it's all of them. But like Sydney Sweeney, great. So is Hilary Duff, and she walked, I would argue, so Sydney Sweeney could fly. So I think that we should start a Hilary Duff support group. It's like a book club, but it's not at all that. It was just, I'd like, why don't we create a group on X and just like, hey, what's your favorite Hilary Duff moment? And like, sometimes you share, but some really it's just like, hey, all of these guys and gals support Hilary Duff. We just got to come up with a name of it.
We are the Duff Divers.
That's it. That's our. We're the Duff Divers. All right, done.
Hashtag Duff Divers.
I want to be the Duff Man. The Duff Man.
No, you're married. I want to be the Duff Man.
Head of the Duff Divers. Are you a Duff Man? You can be a Duff Man if you're in the Duff Divers and you're a guy. You be a Duff woman. Also. And Rod wants to be Duffed Punk. Which is him just wearing a space helmet.
Yeah.
And also supporting Lizzie McGuire.
Remember, like, what was it, like 8 years ago when that picture came out of her? She's just out in the street and it's a side profile and everyone in the world goes, when the fuck did Hilary Duff get that ass?
She been doing some squats.
Mm-hmm. Plus, she's mom, so you know she fucks.
As a parent, I can associate, I get it. I know the struggles, Hilary. We're on your side, all right? So, hey, a lot of you, I bet, hadn't thought of Hilary Duff in a minute. Join the Duff Divers, all right?
Mm-hmm.
We're Duff Divers for life.
We're here for you, Hilary, if you ever need us. You need a shoulder to cry on or a face to sit on, I'm here for you.
Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, whoa, that's how Duff Divers roll.
She's our queen.
Yep.
You guys can have Taylor Swift. I'll take Hilary Duff any day.
We still love Taylor Swift. This is a pro-woman podcast.
Mm-hmm. People forget Hilary was a singer, too.
Hilary was a singer.
Couldn't name a song. Oh, yeah.
Is that her?
Yeah.
Is it her, Ashley Simpson? I can't remember. She was
like... No, it was her.
Yeah, I feel like her and Ashley Simpson were on the same trajectory. It didn't work out.
Hilary just never danced around on stage while lip-syncing at SNL.
That's true. Hey, but that happens to the best
She didn't have a sister to make her famous,
Shout out to the Duff Divers, though. Do you think she has a sister?
I thought you guys were making, when you said Duff Man, a Simpsons reference.
It is.
Okay.
But
none of you did the voice or
Duff Man
pretended like you were drinking beer or anything. So like you
it's not about
Duff
beer.
Man loves Hilary's butt.
It's not about beer. It's just about Hilary Duff.
But you made no reference to the character. So I was like, is this a Simpsons reference?
I mean,
it's Duff Punk was also not a Hilary Duff.
No, but you don't need like
everyone knows
voice.
Duff Man. You don't got to do the voice.
But you got to do the voice.
Duff Man.
That's all you really need. That's it. That's all you need.
You don't need anything else. Google it if you don't know what we're talking about. All right, moving on. Let's go on to the Comeback Kids segment where we tell you what's back in the news this week according to us. Back in the news, according to us, first is the Pass the Gravy merch store. We already showed you guys or told you guys last week the PTG flags are finally available. And shout out to Talia Voss. We got a picture of her. If you go look at our Gravy Day post, little Talia repping the PTG flag. She is our Gravy Ganger of the week we got going right now. Let me find the picture. Post it. I guess you could just put it up on the screen anyways. Whatever. It's less word for Robert. But shout out to Talia for supporting the Gravy Gang. Todd Voss got a flag. I know that Abby, I think, also ordered a flag, and I think some other people ordered them as well. But go ahead, head over to PassTheGravyMerch.com. Order your Pass the Gravy flag. It rocks. Take it wherever you go. Take pictures of you with the flag. Take pictures of you with whatever we've got in the store anyways. We have the cool snapback hats, the PTG rope like golfer hats. We got the PTG Wolfpack shirts, the It's April Fool's Somewhere shirts, the regular PTG logo shirts, the PTG dad hats. It's summer. We got the PTG icy ones. We got the PTG tie-dye shirts or tie-dye hats, and just the sticker sheets. You get those. You put them on your car. You put them on your laptops. You put them wherever you can, and you order some more. It's a great way to support the podcast. We don't ever ask you guys to give us money or put you behind a paywall or anything like that. We don't charge cover for any of the stuff we do. If you want to support the pod, all you got to do is head over to PassTheGravyMerch.com. That's a great way to get some cool stuff, and then also be like, hey, look, the boys are podcasting today because I am paying for the web hosting fees. Because, like, it's not free to just have, like, an account that we upload the podcast to. You have to pay monthly for that, so this helps cover that cost, helps cover the cost of having Robert drive all the way in. Robert's got a lot of fancy equipment. He's got millions of dollars of equipment that we're still way underwater on right now, and we're trying to get our head above that water. So anything you get here, you get something cool, and then you help your favorite podcast, and then all you got to do is take a picture of you wearing that cool stuff, and we will post it on the Pass the Gravy socials and on our Instagram when we do the Gravy Day post. So PassTheGravyMerch.com. Go let us know what you got. PassTheGravyMerch.com, the official sponsor of the Comeback Kid segment.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
Our first Comeback Kid this week is Joey Jaws. Joey motherfucking Chestnut. America's saved.
We're so back.
America has never been more back. Like, I don't know. Trump should really just, like, not to get political, but just like, Iran, you want this? You want this on your ass? And it's just Joey Chestnut holding up a belt. And they're like, I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means. Is the Ayatollah, whatever it is, like that's like the Iran president? I don't know. Like, is that guy just gonna be like, who is this guy? And then he's like, watch him eat hot dogs. And he's like, fuck, all right, what do you guys want?
Just airdrop a bunch of pamphlets about Joey Chestnut and how many hot dogs he can eat.
Yeah, not bombs, just Joey Chestnut stuff. And honestly, the whole world would unite, I think, if we could just watch Joey Chestnut eating hot dogs. When he came back, and it was announced, I think, Monday, I went to YouTube and just watched, like, Joey Chestnut highlights. And it wasn't just hot dog highlights. It was him housing ice cream sandwiches. It was him eating 100 pounds of Raising Canes. It was him eating shrimp. It was him doing, like, Joey Chestnut on the stuff you don't normally see him in, which is just hot dogs, like, fantastic to watch. Fantastic little, like sometimes when you just get bored, you're taking a poop or whatever, you throw on like sports highlights. You're like, hey, show me Pavel Datsyuk highlights, and I'll just watch that highlight reel, and it makes me feel better. Like the Yankees have been pissing me off, so like I'll just sometimes go look up the Derek Jeter play against the A's in the playoffs that one time. Like, that was sick, and it makes me feel a little bit better. It's like when I watch the Eli highlights when I'm feeling down about the Giants. It's like, hey, sometimes you just need a little pick-me-up, and sometimes in life you're just feeling down. You're like, Joey Chestnut highlights. Fuck, I'm back. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to punch through a wall. I'm ready to run through a brick wall. I'm ready to do this for my country because Joey is maybe the greatest American of all time. Definitely greatest athlete of all time.
Without a doubt.
Most championships of all the athletes. It's Joey Chestnut. It's Secretariat. And that's 1-2.
I mean, he also just has the biggest gap between him and the second best of all time of any of the sports.
Because, I mean, and then he got to wipe the floor with Kobayashi when they had the little showdown last year. It was like, all right, what do you guys want?
I mean, you used to be able to say, well, Wayne Gretzky is far and away the greatest. Is what we call him now because he's washed. And while Gretzky is the greatest of all time, and that will never be touched, all of his records.
Maybe
now that Ovi has the goals record, like, okay, well, like the gap has narrowed a little bit. There's no narrowing the gap on Joey Chestnut.
Yeah, and the guy that won last year, Matt Stoney, I think was who it was. But he was fantastic. Fantastic. It was either him or the Boston guy. But Joey was like, he averaged like 30 more hot dogs than the winner of last year's competition does. Like, there's usually that period at like the 4-minute mark of the hot dog eating contest where it's just like, and Joey is at like dogs per minute. And it's like he's at like 19 dogs per minute, and you're just like, nobody can compete with that. And people can in the beginning, and then they just fade, and Joey just takes over.
19 dogs a minute.
75
pace.
Dogs, 80 dogs.
It's so crazy to think of when you're like, dude, I couldn't put down 19 dogs at all. And this guy's doing that for
999 challenge
minutes.
that people do, and it's 9 beers, 9 hot dogs, 9 innings. Like, that wipes out most men, most people in general. But Joey Chestnut would just be like, yeah, I could do a 999 in 1 inning.
I would love to see them do a Nathan's hot dog eating contest, but also with beer. So like however many hot dogs you eat, you have to also drink that amount of beers and see how many of these guys can do in 10 minutes. But he had 14
like
beers
PTG idea.
and 14 dogs in 10 minutes.
No, I don't want to do that because I would feel sick after, but I think we should do something like the next Pass the Gravy event. We should have it outdoors. And then we just have the
It'll have to be outdoors because there will be lots of vomiting.
The beer and dog eating contest, and you have to match whatever it is. We put like 10 minutes on the clock, boom. But you have to have however many beers
And
you
dogs,
have dogs.
Same amount.
So then your one is that you finished one of each.
And by the way, from what I've heard about how Joey can drink, he'd be the best at that too.
Well, because you're full, so like you can't get drunk, so you can just keep drinking.
You have to have great burp control on that because you're going to need to be burping but not throwing up.
Well,
it's a very fine line to dance.
If you're a competitive eater and the greatest competitive eater of all time, your stomach's all stretched out. Do you remember that True Life, I'm a Competitive Eater on MTV, and it was showing Kobayashi doing it and how he would just eat heavy things. He would just eat a bunch of noodles because he's like, it stretches out my stomach, and then I just let him sit in my stomach so that my stomach can expand a lot more than most people. I was like, that's probably what Joey's stomach is like, but he's way better because he's not a bitch like Kobayashi.
You know who nice.
See what I did?
Who I'd love to see do the beer and dog challenge? Tom Brady. Not only for the fact that he's just such an ultimate competitor, you've seen him chug a beer before, right? Dude is like the greatest beer chugger of all time.
Tom Brady is?
Yeah. If you've never seen a video, like
I figured he wasn't allowed to touch beer.
See, and that's the thing. He
have
would
alkaline
still break
water.
it out every so often, but Tom will put down a beer in under like a second and a half.
That's pretty sick.
He's one of those guys that can just open the back of his throat and just literally pour the beer right down and it's gone. He said it was a trick he used to break out at Michigan with the offensive linemen, just to be like, yeah, I'm awesome.
That's pretty sick. Tom Brady can do that.
So I think Tom, and also he's Tom Brady. He's got that psycho competitive streak to him. Like, I'm not saying he could keep up with Chestnut, but I'm saying if you got a bunch of offensive linemen together to do this challenge and Tom Brady, I think Tom Brady's winning.
I just want to think of like at a certain point, Joey was like, you know what I'm really good at is eating things fast. And then he was like, what if I just like major league eating? That's a real thing. Okay, I'm going to go all in on this. And like to just go in on something like that, but be the best at it, rocks.
I think
it's the American spirit.
So I think we need to reach out to Roger Goodell. Because now that the Pro Bowl is all just like fun games and stuff, they're not like really doing the game anymore. This should be the offensive lineman stuff.
No, you would just have moms be like, and this is teaching kids that
fuck moms, okay?
The way to go. Whoa.
Yeah, I'll say it.
We respect moms.
I respect you too.
Hilary Duff is a mom, and we gotta respect her.
And I love Hillary, but if she had a problem with offensive linemen chugging beers and eating dogs at the Pro Bowl,
look, I came from.
I don't have to agree with it. I don't have to agree with every mom and everything. That's a lame ass mom. That's the kind of mom who has a son and names him Jackson, Jaxon.
Hey. Some of us might have guys named Jackson that are our quarterbacks. All right.
Yeah, and it's okay. Or
his last name is Dart, so it's
Paisley is the daughter, and it's like Paysleigh. Like that's that kind of mom. Let guys can't have fun anymore. Can't drink beers because you're like, oh, that's going to make kids want to drink beer. You know what? I grew up loving candy cigarettes and thinking they were the coolest thing in the world. I don't smoke cigarettes. How about kids can just like things that adults do without? True. I used to love watching, dude, beer commercials growing up. Fucking love those. Never made me want to drink a beer as a child. They didn't. I had no interest in beer. You know why? Because my dad would let me taste his beer sometimes. And you know what? Beer tastes like butthole when you're a child.
Yeah, you just don't get it.
It's just not good.
I'm not drinking it because it tastes good. I'm drinking it because it makes me feel good.
And you're not drinking that much as a kid. Your dad lets you have a sip. You're like, this is gross.
That's why I'm not like a beer with dinner guy. Like, you don't just have like a casual beer. Sometimes it's like I'll have a Friday beer where it's just like, all right, cool. Like it's Friday. I'm just gonna crack a beer just because it's the weekend. But like I'm never like on a Tuesday night like, all right, I got my steak. I just need a beer with it, just so I can feel something.
I actually had a moment thinking about something like this the other day.
I want 7 or I want
just
none.
How differently I view alcohol than most of the world. When my buddy posted pictures of his yard and everything, and it was looking all good.
Well, you're a therapy thing last week got some comments. So it was like the alcoholic just being like, just drink beers with your boys.
Yeah.
And then notice he didn't say he was talking. He just said to just get drunk.
Yeah. And then you internally deal with it like a man.
The TikTokers were very upset that you were just basically saying be an alcoholic.
Yeah, TikTokers are bitches.
You guys obviously don't know bits.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a bit.
It's totally a bit.
Yeah, it was a bit.
It's a bit.
But anyway, he posted and he goes, one of the best things about doing yard work is that nice cold beer you have to drink afterwards. And I go, well, what about the 3 to 6 that you're drinking while doing the yard work?
Well, you sweat those out.
And they were all just like, God damn it, Pat. I'm like, what? It's not normal to be drinking during yard work now?
You sweat that out. That doesn't even count as beer.
We used to be a fucking proper country, man.
We did.
Now everyone wants to shame you over enjoying a beer.
You know, I think that we are heading back to being a great country again because Joey Chestnut's back in the 4th of July hot dog eating contest. And really, like, nature is healing. All right? World War III, chill out a little bit.
I might have to.
Okay? Joey Chestnut's back.
I might have to just grab some beers and see how many beers I can drink in the 10 minutes.
Do that. Yeah, live stream it.
Problem is, after like you do that, you drink 2 really quick, and then you start getting like kind of full, and then you just stop paying attention.
Just think, what would Joey do?
He'd push through.
He'd push through, and you got to push through too, and then
He'd
have
push
some
through.
Pepto-Bismol after.
And I got to remember not to get sushi on July 4th.
Don't do that.
Yeah, can't do that.
Don't do that.
Which will be hard because it'll be my day off. Like
you just want
we
sushi.
We won't be open. And I'll be like, oh, I need to go get something to eat. Let me go to Kroger.
Hot dogs, buddy.
Yeah. That's all I have to do.
Hot dogs. All right. Other comeback kid we got this week is hating Caitlin Clark. By the way, 19th Amendment's still undefeated. 3-peat, like, we're going to murder the rest of the league. I don't, like, the dude that I'm playing this week, he's got 3 injured players, didn't change the lineup yet. I have changed the lineup every week, but, like, that's because I'm locked in. Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't change the lineup at all, really, except for when I remember I had a fantasy team. And now that I feel like I got to keep people updated with my fantasy team that no one cares about, I'm like somebody on Friday, we had the Rod Ryan had ditch day, and Rod Ryan show had that. And JJ was like, how's your team doing? And I was like, bro, Angel Reese fucking murdering right now. Leah Boston. And like, I'm just like having convos about my team. I was like, see, people get it. And they're like, what are y'all talking about? Like WNBA. Like, you're talking about, yeah, we call it the W. That's what we call it.
Dub.
You're in the know. It's called the W. So yeah, undefeated 19th Amendments. But Caitlin Clark, not on my team. She's getting fucking bullied. Like, people are poking her in the eye, people are shoving her, people are throwing elbows, and it is absolutely disgusting what they are doing to our girl.
It's horrible. I'm just happy that
and
one
did you
of her
see
teammates
the
finally
commercial
stepped
she
up.
was in for State Farm? Bleep
No.
that word out. Bleep that word out.
For Blake Barm?
All right. I want...
I was just, honestly, I was really happy that it was not Angel Reese this time. It was a white girl. So we could be like, you know what? It's not a race thing. It's just bitches be catty.
This
is great podcasting. Is
what do you
it is.
see? Okay, explain.
I'm watching an ad of Caitlin Clark taking socks out of a dryer. I'm watching it with no sound, so I don't understand
no,
what was
but
happening.
State Farm was like, "Hey, Caitlin, we're gonna get you to shoot a commercial," and she's like, "What do you want me to do?" They're like, "Laundry."
Basket after laundry basket with the State Farm assist.
They went with a WNBA player doing laundry.
Hey, maybe for the next ad, give her a fucking vacuum cleaner. Maybe give her some dishes.
We were thinking maybe we say Caitlin's cooking it up, and you cook in the kitchen.
No. Women like laundry.
Kind of a miss, State Farm. Don't do that. Hey, I'm a hashtag girl dad. It's offensive to me. All right.
I wonder if she agreed to that just to be like, you know what, this is going to piss off the rest of the women in
probably,
the WNBA.
Probably was. Like, Caitlin, I think, is a lot smarter than
us.
People think that she is.
For sure, us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not that smart anyways.
Yeah, we're dumb.
That smart. But like, she's probably like, this is gonna go viral as fuck. People be talking about, like, you put a girl doing laundry, and she's like, yeah, they paid me $1 million to do it, probably too.
And it'll piss off the rest of the women
all
in the
league. WNBA, and that's why they're like, what the fuck, bitch?
And you know, and she's like, good, I'll just keep making threes. You guys think about when you can cheap shot me during the game, and my team will win by 17.
Yeah, I don't know. I love Caitlin Clark. She's awesome. And glad she's back. She returned this weekend. They took down my Libs. They gave up my Libs the first loss of the season, but luckily that did not damage the 19th Amendments like a lot of people thought it would.
I think you should try and pick up Sophie Cunningham on your team, just out of respect for being the Caitlin enforcer now. She has stepped into the role. I believe it was Sophie Cunningham.
On the Fever?
On the Fever. She was the one that later on in the game, one of the girls that had like checked Caitlyn at some point was going for a layup, and she just fucking tackled her ass.
She's a guard. I already have a guard.
And then she like grabbed the back of this other chick's head and was just talking shit as the giant like rumble. I don't know. You can't really call it a fight.
Got chippy.
Yeah, it got real chippy. I will say, I heard there was hair pulling. I didn't see any hair pulling.
You know what I heard they call chippy in the WNBA? They call it chickpea. It's getting chickpea over here. No, it was bad. They're not going to work all the time.
Yeah, you try.
They're not going to work all the time. You're working things out, okay? That's what this podcast is. We're working stuff out.
But yeah, see, it's not a race thing. It's just women hate other women. That's what and that, you know what? It's actually making it more interesting. Like it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch Caitlyn from time to time. Overall, I'm not
always fun
to turn on the other ones, but I love that every week there's another just catty woman fight that breaks out in the WNBA, and you're like,
talking about it though. We're talking about the W, all right. So Caitlin Clark-Haight is back.
You think they ever fight because one of them did the laundry first instead of the other one? They got to the machine quicker.
They got jealous.
They're mad.
Hey, I wanted to do the dishes.
Hey, I was going to vacuum the locker room, and then you did it.
You didn't vacuum good
She
enough.
knew I wanted to vacuum it, but she did it anyway.
It's like Gilbert Arenas, but instead of bringing guns, they like bring their own like dirt devil. She had an illegal dirt devil in the locker room. She lost a poker game and threw it at her head.
I actually make my own cleaning supply that I hit the windows with.
It's ammonia and bleach. You guys ever tried that? Fucking murders.
WNBA game canceled for mustard gas in the locker room.
All right. Next comeback kid we got is the South. The South has
rising again.
The South has officially risen, everybody. And by that, I mean that hockey is a Southern sport. No denying that hockey is a Southern sport. Robert, I need you to, this is a little geography test, okay? I need you to tell me if these cities are located in the South. Is Miami, Florida in the South?
Yes.
Is Miami, Florida in the South?
Yes.
Is Las Vegas, Nevada in the South?
No.
Was it the bottom part of the United States?
It's south of Canada.
I would say
the Canadians would say it's the South.
Southern part of the United States. Would you consider that in the southern part of the United States?
It seems like I have to.
Yes. Good answer. Colorado.
Definitely the South. Everyone knows Colorado's the South.
Cut the United States in half. It's in the southern part. So that's 4 is Tampa Bay times 2.
Yes.
Also, okay. So that's 6. St. Louis, Missouri.
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 Yes.
Oh, yeah, when you use that
it's
accent,
in the SEC.
Yes. When you use that accent, yes.
It's in the SEC. Missouri's in the SEC. So yes. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 consecutive champions have come from the South in the NHL. Hockey is the South sport.
I mean, for the last 5,
Not
just in
you,
Florida.
Dallas.
We might say hockey has a
For the
Florida
last
problem.
6. For the last 6.
For the last 6, sorry.
Because you had Avs and then you had Golden Knights.
I forgot about Vegas already. Yeah, dude, hockey might just be a Florida sport now.
Hockey could be the official sport. I mean, the state of hockey is Florida, not
Is the
Minnesota.
Stanley Cup a Florida merchant? People are asking.
People are saying that. It makes me very happy. Not counting you, Dallas, is the South. You're not the South.
Oh my God,
Dallas
I'm going
doesn't
to piss
count.
off so many Canadians. I'm going to say that Lord Stanley is Florida man.
He could be. He probably would be now. I mean, like all you gotta do, like it is kind of unfair that you send a bunch of Europeans and Canadians to Miami or Tampa Bay, Florida, and you're like,
yeah, that's how professional sports work.
you're like, you guys, you want to play your game on the ice and then go hang out at the beach and like this fucking rocks. Yeah, we do. There's babes all the time. You like bikini season being all year round? This could all be yours. They're like, you know what?
Do you like low taxes and girls in skimpy clothing?
What are your thoughts
I
on
do.
not paying a state income tax? They're like, I like that very much. Well then, boy, are you going to love this.
Your agent comes to you and be like, hey, we've got 2 options. One of them is sunny 80% of the year. You need to pay no state tax.
The other one is Winnipeg, Canada. I'm going to go Miami.
The other one, women are bundled up 9 months of the year.
What about Calgary, Alberta?
She could be a fatty underneath all those clothes and you wouldn't even know.
So, yeah, shout out to the Florida Panthers, back-to-back champs. Florida has now the last 2 back-to-back champs were Florida teams, so that's pretty wild. But 7 consecutive Stanley Cups got a little close. I was a little worried, but for the 32nd year in a row, the Americans have gotten. Like, you can say whatever you want about the 4 nations or the Olympics or whatever tournament Canada wins, not the World Juniors because the U.S. just won that, but you can't talk shit about the NHL, which is really all of the best players. So it's best on best on best, and American teams have won all of them the last 32 years.
Also, after another American team wins the Stanley Cup every year, we always get to come back to the fun fact of America has won a Canadian Football League championship more recently than Canada has won an NHL championship.
It's bad luck.
I believe it was the 1995 Baltimore Stallions or something like that.
The Baltimore Stallions, as they say in Baltimore.
Yeah, something like that. They won the Grey Cup.
Because Canada's like, oh, yeah, this isn't your sport. This is our sport. It's like, really? Because football's our sport. We can beat your ass in that. Even when we don't care. You're like a fake league to us. And we beat you there. And then we quit. We just were like, done.
Canada's won a basketball championship more recently than a hockey one.
Yeah.
That is insane to say.
So suck it, Canada.
And for all you Canadians that want to be like, oh, there's Canadians on those hockey teams. All right, well, your best player was from fucking Compton when you won the NBA, so I guess America gets that one too. Fuck you.
Yeah, and they came to America. They literally left. They left your shit country, all right? I don't really have any problems with Canada except that they're not America. That's really it. Like, I don't really have beef, but just like, don't talk shit, okay?
Yeah, see, that's like,
don't talk shit.
We're
okay?
cool, but you don't get to talk shit at all against us.
Why aren't we playing the CHL? Because you don't want to be in that. Because it wouldn't be as fun.
Yeah, because we have real football.
Yeah, and we have real hockey.
The only C we care about in football is the SEC.
I like that.
Not even if somebody out there's gonna be like, what about the ACC? Nobody gives a fuck about the ACC.
What about Conference USA? I care about Conference USA. That's
a K, not a S.
But it's a C USA.
Shit.
So I start. Yeah, Sam Houston, eat them up. Cavs.
Okay, there's a couple C's we care
fine.
about.
We care about
and none
those.
of them are followed by FL.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
You can see yourself out of here, Canada.
That was good. That was good. That was good.
I'm sad that
right.
hockey's over, though.
Yeah, but I'm not sad that sad that Canada.
How long till the European season kicks off so I can start gambling on that?
Probably pretty soon. But yeah, hockey in the South. The South is back.
Congratulations, Florida Panthers.
What do you guys got?
The
rest of Comeback Kid.
Let me pull this up right here. So as we had alluded to earlier, the Red Sox traded Rafael Devers for fucking nothing. And it made me think about this.
When you say we, do you mean the Astros or the Red Sox?
We've been over this, dude. I've got dual citizenship,
right.
okay? I'm not going to fucking defend it. We've been over this.
Interesting.
Is there an unacceptable level of hate to throw at the front office of the sports teams that you love because they do stupid stuff? Now, let me preface this by saying, let me preface this by saying, I don't post anything online or at them.
See, I do.
Well, I do, but nothing bad like that. I'm talking about just my internal thoughts of what I want to happen to the owners and everybody in the front office that had anything to do with the decision making that gets there. Is there a level that I need to stop at in my own brain of what I want to happen to them?
Unlimited.
So I could, okay, good. Because I was worried because I've had some thoughts. And
I'm right there with you. Buddy.
It made me think that Saw was a little tame.
Yeah. I mean, those are inside thoughts you keep.
Yeah. Obviously, I can't repeat them here on the podcast.
I do like to just say, like, option boon to AAA whenever the Yankees lose. And then I also do the Michael Scott, I'm going to kill myself, and it's all your fault every time they post the final score when they lose. And that seems to do well. But that's really just me being like, this is what you're doing to me. You're ruining my life.
I wanted John Henry, the owner, and Craig Breslow, the GM, to be optioned to a wood chipper.
Single A team?
Sure. It's not a device that is used in many movies to see a body get torn into pieces.
Wood chippers.
Skituit?
Skituit.
Yeah, it's... I know I say all the time that I just run on anger and alcohol, but I want my anger to be natural throughout just how I observe the world, not teams that I like trading away generational talents that can hit the ball 500,000 yards.
It's most of
and dick down the Yankees every time he plays with them.
My life right now is just watching that and then trying to go to that like place where like I don't feel anything.
I don't like this, Alex. Like, you have been in first place the entire fucking year and you're not even enjoying it at all.
Because I know it ends.
I know, but that's the enjoyment that the rest of us get out. We love watching Yankee fans.
You're not going to get a rise in me. Like, I'll get excited. I'm happy for Judge. I'm happy that Judge is crushing it right now. I mean, not the last.
Can you imagine how mad you would be if every Cowboys fan you knew going into next year was just like, yeah, no, this is over. We're not even going to say we them boys anymore. No, that's not fun for me.
That would make me very happy.
No, you want to hear them saying all that shit so you can be like, right. I know how this ends. This is going to hurt you very badly.
I'm not going to give you that. I'm not going to give you that because then you can't throw it in my face and be like, aha, look what happened to you. I'm like, no, because I didn't care. I didn't care. I told you this was going to happen.
I mean, but I'm still going to throw it in your face anyway. It's just you're making this less enjoyable for me. Why can't you enjoy your team so I can enjoy the downfall?
They give me nothing to enjoy.
You're in first place. You have plenty to enjoy. You keep winning games.
Before the All-Star
Aaron
break
Judge
means
hits
absolutely nothing.
Aaron Judge hits 2 home runs every one at bat.
That is pretty cool. That part's cool.
It was really funny the other day when he hit 2 bombs against the Red Sox and they lost by 4.
Yeah.
That was a fun
That's just what he does. It's like, oh, we had one guy show up. His name was Aaron Judge. And everybody else, they're like, fuck you. We don't do anything. We have Will Warren pitching meaningful games regularly.
I feel like I probably have the same thoughts right now that you just have towards Brian Cashman every day for the last
mostly Aaron
5
Boone.
years.
I just don't understand how that guy has a job.
And Hal Steinbrenner, you got to hate him too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, don't worry. We know how it ends.
You just have 1,000-yard stare, right?
We know how it ends. I mean, it's not like we only have baseball to look forward to for the next months.
Yeah. All right. Well, hate is back.
It's just like walking into the circle of hell. And I'm just like, this is my next 2 months. Is this.
You know what? If the Yankees win the World Series, I don't want to see you enjoy it now. You don't get to enjoy it.
I won't. I don't think I will.
You don't think you would enjoy the Yankees winning the World Series?
I would just feel relief. I would not feel excitement. Like, cool,
even if
you
that
fucking
happened,
finally did it.
Even if that happened, then we would get the fun thing of being like, Boone just got a 6-year extension. And see, that's a fucked up thing. He would feel worse about Boone getting an extension even though he just won the World Series.
The only reason I would be happy is that Aaron Judge finally gets to get that stigma off of him.
He won't. He's never going to earn his pinstripes.
He's earned them. He's earned them.
Really? Wow. Yankees fans have fallen a long way. You're earning pinstripes without championships now? Mickey Mantle would never. Aaron Judge has not earned a blowjob under the bleachers.
It's different now. It's different now. Things have changed.
I hate the way you are now.
I hate it too. Wish I wasn't this way.
You know, I'm going to form a rivalry with his daughter because since she's came along, he's becoming a more well-rounded person, and I don't like it.
Well, when she was I was in the hospital after she was born watching the Yankees lose to the Red Sox, like literally a year to the day that like the same shit happened this weekend. And I was just like, I mean, what you do is I
should have named her Dub, not L.
I love her so much, but all the Yankees do is just fall apart around her birthday, and I'm just gonna tune out. And by tune out, I mean I'll watch the at-bat app, and that'll be it. And I'll quietly.
You're trying to. I'm not gonna let you ruin this.
I'll quietly curse under my breath. But like, how does a professional team with millions and millions of dollars invested in it not score for 29 innings? I don't know. That seems like that should never happen.
Probably because. So what you're saying is Judge isn't doing his job of hitting home runs.
I mean, you can't expect him to do it every game. Like, I don't know. He's hit like 1 billion already.
I can expect whatever the fuck I want.
He's going to hit 60 this year. Like, you can't expect only that. But, like, that's what the Yankees do. They become like, hey, what if we only hit home runs? And then they do that for like 3-4 games. And you're like, this is going to be how it is. And then you're like, what happens when you play good pitchers and they know how to just limit the home runs? And then you're not good at running the bases because you guys are stupid about certain things like that. You try and steal in bad situations. You don't check who the pitchers are. You don't see who the catchers are that are good at throwing you out. And then you make dumb mistakes. And then you get caught on the base pass. And then you get fucked over in stupid situations like that. Like, that's how it happens. I know how this works. I that's the DNA of how you beat that's the blueprint to beat the Yankees. That's what you do. That's how it happens every fucking time.
Okay, I'm enjoying this again.
I feel nothing. Robert was like,
I don't think you feel nothing. It seems like you feel a whole lot.
On Sunday night, Robert was like, how do you feel about the Devers trade? Does that make you feel better? I was like, I feel nothing. I feel nothing at all. I'm dead inside.
That was one of those ones where I was really hoping when I woke up the next day, I'd be able to think about it and be like, well, maybe, and blah, 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 blah. It just got worse. With every hour, it got worse and worse with more stories coming about how stupid they are. And then I had to see a tweet where someone was like, wow, it's crazy that between Mookie and Rafael Devers, the best player that the Red Sox got out of it was minor leaguers.
Brian Bello.
Did they get him out of that?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
It's a fun name to say.
I know. I choose to believe the tweet that I saw because it represented how I feel.
That's all I know. But all I have to say is I watched a lot of the Derek Jeter highlights, and he was awesome.
Hey, at least your owner cares about your fucking team. It's his only team.
I still.
John Henry bought Tottenham and is like, all right, I don't give a fuck about America anymore.
No, he bought Liverpool.
That's what I just said.
You said Tottenham.
It's all the fucking same thing.
No, Tottenham.
Do they talk like this over there, governor? Yeah, it's the same fucking team.
Well, it's a little bit. Liverpool's a little different. It's Liverpool. From Liverpool, like the Beatles. Hello, John. Hi, I'm Paul. And like Tottenham's like, hey, we're a bunch of cunts. We're a bunch of fucking cunts. You want some pies? Would you like a little mushy peas with your chips and fish? That's what they sound like in Tottenham. That's the shit.
I felt like I was there.
It's the shittiest part of London. You stay away from Tottenham. But yeah, we're East London guys. West Ham. That's where West Ham is. But your guys bought Liverpool, and Liverpool just won the Premier League. So like that's who they care about.
I thought you said they. Oh yeah, never mind.
They didn't buy Tottenham.
Yeah, never mind. I can't get it straight in my head. I don't know. It just. I hate him. I hate him, and I want all the bad things. I want. So I think they're currently selling the Red Sox. I want him to find a way to lose all of his money after he sells it. I want this guy dead broken to die destitute in a ditch somewhere.
Hopefully he gets like a crypto scam.
Yeah, like all of like he loses that. Away. He loses Liverpool. He loses the other teams that he's everything. I want him.
Like West Ham wins the Premier League next year.
The fact that he put the ownership of the team under the Fenway Sports Group and then use the Fenway Sports Group to buy English team. Like, what the fuck is that? Have some goddamn pride in your country. You know what? I'm saying it right now. He's not allowed to watch the hot dog eating contest this year.
Fair.
Because he doesn't care about this country.
That's a fair move. Robert, what are your thoughts on your team's ownership?
Fine with it.
Pretty
mostly.
Good?
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
It's hard to be mad at the results.
Yeah.
Like every time you lose, the Astros lose a player, you're like, I hate this. I wanted to keep him.
But Cam Smith is good now.
And then you're like, oh, you look up halfway through the year every year, and you're like, oh fuck, we're in first place again. All right.
And
there's a difference between good ownership and front office versus whatever the fuck the Red Sox are doing.
I feel like as a Yankees fan, like I should hate the Astros because like so many people talk so much shit, but I'm like, I don't know, man. Like I've lived here, I've done stuff with, like I've worked with the Astros, like worked on the Astros broadcast before, but like I saw the Luno stuff, like how they built that. It's like that's what I think everybody should want always. Like that's awesome. And then like, oh, Pena came up. Guess what? That was our guy anyways. It didn't fucking matter. Like the fact they just keep figuring shit out and like. I hate Dallas so much, and they are so fucking cunty. Like, I saw Father's Day, like, Happy Father's Day, Astros. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? What are you fucking talking about? You're a little steroid guy that had to stop doing steroids, so now he's not good anymore? Like, you got another guy, you got fucking DeGrom that pitches, like, every 35 days and then gets injured and shit like that. Like, you had the Lance McCullers of Dallas over there, like, cool, he's going to be awesome and shove for a couple of games, and then you're going to see him leave. Like, fuck the Rangers. They're not doing shit. Bruce Bochy is just he's a walking bobblehead.
Stole our stadium and made it worse. Almost tried to do the same stadium. Have the worst city connects.
Oh, yeah, cool gas station unis, dude.
What if we just took, it looked like they made it on Microsoft Paint. Let's just take, 5 different logos and place them randomly around the jersey. Done. But
that's why, unless Astros fans are trying to talk shit to me, I'm like, then I'll have to jinx your team, and I don't want to have to jinx your team because I've done it before, and where you guys know my powers. You guys know my powers, but I have no beef with this, and they're kind of fun to watch. I'm mad about my team, so I'm like, well, let's watch somebody that's decent, and then the Astros are a fun team to watch. So I have no beef with the Astros, but it's weird when they're like, well, fuck you, Alex, and you're Yankees. Like, don't. Hey, don't. I'll jinx him. And Cam Smith will be gone.
I've seen him do it. You don't want him to do it.
I remember the Rays. The Rays, huh? I let you come back only to lose Game 7, huh? Remember that?
Murray?
Kyler Murray, how's that going?
The fuck has he done?
Huh?
Nothing.
How the Dallas Stars turned out, huh?
Not too good.
We know what happens when there's curses. We know what happens. All right. So that was our Comeback Kids segment. Good to talk a little ball, even though I'm mad about it.
That's the one good thing. Even though I'm so sad about hockey ending, it just means
I'm not going to talk baseball.
Football's
I'm not going to watch it.
right
I'm just
there.
not going to watch it.
Football's right around the corner.
Jackson
dude.
Dart throwing darts, looking really good. Saw him on 7-on-7s. He was like 3 for 4, 3 touchdowns.
I didn't do it today, but I got the itch to start looking at fantasy rankings and start to get into players. I know nobody cares about my team. I'm just saying, it's all football. It's all football, baby.
Football's going to be great.
Even when it's bad, it's great.
There's no way the Giants are that bad this year.
And even if they are, I bet Sam Houston's going to have a great year for you.
No.
Just
They
believe,
lost
dude.
everybody in the transfer portal.
Minor setback for a major
But
comeback.
they're playing at the Dynamo Stadium, so I can go to a lot of games.
They are?
Yeah, they had like a high school stadium, so they're renovating it.
Oh, they're doing renovations. Good. Yeah, it's about time he joined D1.
Yeah. But they're playing at Shell Energy Stadium, so I'm like, fuck yeah.
Oh, I'd be remiss if I didn't point this out. Looks like Texas State's about to join the Pac-12.
So like with 3 other teams?
No, there's a bunch of teams going in there. It's the most random. It's like 5 East Coast teams, West Coast teams, and then like Arizona, Texas State. Like, we're going to be the bottom. We're going to suck.
Oh, that'd be fun.
But hey, it'll be a couple years. Actually, no, there's teams in there we can pick off. GJ Kinney's a phenomenal head coach.
Until he goes somewhere else.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's gonna win us the Pac-12 one year though.
That's true. Okay.
He's gonna win the Pac-12.
Hey, enjoy that.
Well, that one of my friends was like, "We're gonna get killed." I'm like, dude, all the good teams are gone. Like, the best team in the Pac-12 right now, probably Oregon State, and they're a good program.
Yeah.
But
there's 2 teams in the Pac-12 right
But
now.
also, I believe there's more coming in though, and I
know,
believe
but
they are
only
going to have an
Washington
automatic
State.
bid. Can you imagine Texas State getting an automatic bid to the playoff, and then just losing by fucking 70? It's gonna be beautiful. I can't wait.
All right, moving on. Speaking of not cool, we could have just done the not cool segment right then. There's a lot of things in life that happen that are not cool. If you stub your toe, that's not cool. If you're a fan of a team whose owner doesn't give a shit about the team, that's also not cool. But there's varying degrees of not cool, and this is where we get to vent about them. So we kind of just did half of that segment already, but I got some stuff that I can still bitch about. If you'd like to vent to us, at PassGrayPod on X, hit us up there. Use the hashtag PTGNotCool, and that will be how we sort through them and find them. This is the Not Cool segment.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. That's not cool.
All right, our first not cool. Hold on, this was Raimundo had sent this in on Friday, but he didn't tag us right, and I saw him on Friday. He ripped his pants like right at the dick.
Been there.
He ripped his shorts, and he was like in public, so he had to wear like a flag around it. But that was not cool. So that happens.
Pants rip as a big guy is a tough look.
and you're just like, what the fuck? So
You just gotta own it.
we'll start off with Mundo on that and T's and P's, bro. I'm feeling.
He
feeling
did it
for
on
ya.
purpose. He just needed fucking room for that Mondo hog of
Probably
this.
so, yeah. This is from Adrian Valdez at Angry Enchilada on X, and he is the guy trying to get Corey Feldman on the pod. We still need to reach out to. But
Do we? I think it would be funnier if we just keep letting Corey reach out to us and not responding.
yeah, but he has responded a couple times. Like, you have to reach my publicist. No one's reached out. And I was like, well, I'm going to.
Like, yeah, Corey.
Eventually, I will.
Can you actually? I want him on just to teach me some dance moves.
Oh, I hope so. It's a visual podcast only. You got to watch that. He's a comeback kid. Comeback king. Comeback kid. One of those. We're like, hey, we have a segment kind of like that. He'll love it. He'll love it.
He'll love any attention he gets.
He's gonna love it. Adrian is at Angry Enchilada on X, and he says his not cool is people in a drive-through that don't know what they want to order when it's their time. They are up there with the people who don't take their carts back. I replied to this because I feel for him on that. Like, when you go up and you're stuck behind at a drive-through order, like, they're looking at the menu and then it just takes 10 minutes for them to order. And you're like, who's all in this car? Is this must be like an entire soccer team of kids in this car. And then you're like, oh, no, it's just one lady that didn't know what to do. And so she just took forever and then orders one thing.
Yeah, well, you see one bag go and then they pull away and you're like, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, the thing I said was like with drive-thrus and ATMs, you should have a shot clock. I don't know what the shot clock would be at, but it's like, look, you get 1 minute. If you can't get everything you need to get done, like when it pisses me off so much when you're stuck behind like the drive-through ATMs and you're like, bro, are you withdrawing cash? Like put your thing in, then say, I want to withdraw this cash, and then it will give you the money and then you leave. It is very simple. It should not take you 10 minutes or any sort of amount of time that is like less than 1 minute to get to an ATM and be like, I want money. Here is my money. Or I would like to insert this check. Done. Cool. All right. I want to go in this account. Beep. Done. Okay. Like a receipt. I'm out. If it should have the timer on there. If the timer's over, sorry, you gotta go start over.
I will say, I absolutely hate it when I pull into a drive-thru and there's no first menu. It's just the speaker one because you feel so rushed. But you know what? I just decide quickly. I'm like, and honestly, like 50% of the time, as I'm pulling up to pay, I'm like, don't feel like I nailed that order. I feel like I was rushed.
But it makes you sharp. It makes you sharp.
Yeah, you get it done. People sitting in there. The one I felt the worst for.
And you can also look up all menus online right now. So like if you're going to a place, just be like, what do I want?
Sometimes I just go and then like I'll just pull in as I drive past it. I'll be like, I know I want to get something quick. I don't know what it is. The person I felt the most for was our good buddy Mike Fish, who he said, honestly, that's my wife. So many times I pull up only because she wants something. So I ask her what she wants and she says, I don't know. I need to see the menu.
Like, lady, it's Taco Bell.
I read that and I was like, you know what? Maybe I am okay with being alone forever because that would be a breaking point.
That would be, yeah, that's frustrating. It's very frustrating. But T's and P's, Adrian, I absolutely am with you on that one. That is not cool. That is not cool. Abby Givens writes in. She's at Abby Givens 17 on X, and she says, my Uber driver was either dragging her front bumper or the plastic undercarriage part of her car the entire time on our ride, and it was loud as fuck. I did not like that sound.
How do you not do anything about that? Like, I understand you're just driving, you're making money doing it. You don't really know about cars. How do you not try and like grab some duct tape? Like, and you're just fine with that?
Hey, is something dry on your car? No. It definitely sounds like there is.
And notice how it was. My Uber driver was dragging her front bumper.
Hey.
She probably didn't even realize. She's like, oh, no, that's just the sound. My car just makes that sound.
All the lights were on the dashboard, and she's like, no, it's funny. It's a cool game. I'm almost beating it. I'm trying to get all the lights on.
Yeah, that's
the check engine light. It says your brakes are out. All that stuff means things.
That would drive me nuts.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that happened.
T's and P's.
That's
Abby.
horrible.
I saw Abby at Ditch Day on Friday, and she was wearing a PTG shirt. So shout out to her.
I appreciate that.
Everybody was invited.
I had to work anyway.
Ashley Wilkins writes in. She's at Buster Healer Mix on X, and she says her not cool is getting stuck behind a train on your way home. Just turns a 5-minute drive into a 45-minute drive, and then sometimes they have a million cars on it.
You never know.
What do I do here?
Is the train going to take 5 minutes? Is it going to take 15 minutes?
How many cars can we realistically put on one train?
And it's never somewhere where like there's always a building in the way, so you can't even see.
Yeah,
it's as they're. There's a few things more like it just brings me flashbacks to
Sometimes
college.
I'm like, I would rather just lay down on the tracks and just let the train hit me. Like, just take me.
Yeah,
just take me.
Like I would rather die right now than sit here in the air conditioning.
Yeah,
listen to my podcast.
Yeah. But hey, maybe we get to listen to an episode of Pass the Gravy. Then it would be a better, not cool. So you got that going for you. But T's and P's, Ashley. What do you guys want to go with? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I mean, I already talked about Devers and everything, but I have one main not cool this week, and it's your daughter. I said earlier I have a rivalry that started with Elle, and it started a few days ago because we have
yesterday. It started yesterday.
Or it was yesterday. Sorry, I've had a lot of anger-inducing things the last couple of days. We have a gambling chat. You know, me and Alex, we like to gamble, and
we got a couple other guys.
He sends a picture in yesterday of his adorable daughter, just with them cheeks.
little pen.
That angelic face.
A little pen she had and a little pad.
And he said he was looking at bets, and she told him that we needed to bet on Milan that night. And I was like, oh, it's her gambling career starting. Her first bet. Hell yeah, I'm going to ride on that. Your daughter can't pick winners for shit, dude.
To be fair, it wasn't like it was a blowout. She picked Inter Milan to win.
And what did they do?
They drew.
So they not win?
So they did not win the bet.
Yeah. Fucking daughter's
Again,
she's a 0% lifetime gambler.
Kind of on us. You're right.
Let me know when she makes her next pick so I can fade the fuck out of that.
Kind of on us, but we did trust a 1-year-old. So what happened? Like the little story.
Of course I'm going to trust that face.
I mean, I did too. That's why I was like, guys, I feel good about this. Like she's never like pointed at a bet before and seemed like
I put 2 units on it.
So yeah, like I look at bets during the like when I'm betting, I'll be like, okay, well here's a line I like, here's a line I like, and I kind of jot them down. And then I'll go and I'll pick the ones that I like the most, and then I'll circle those and put how many units I had on it. It's just an easy way for me to track it. It was just me and her at the house, so she was hanging out watching TV and came over to me and was trying to steal the remotes. So I was kind of trying to avoid that while looking at bets. And then she saw my little notepad and took her little green pen that she had, and I had written Inter Milan money line on it, and she kept hitting the Inter Milan with her little green pen, and I was like, okay. And then she was like, da, 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 and just kept saying
She's
da.
Russian now?
No, she says that's one of her words.
Comrade L over
da.
here.
A lot of things are da, but she kept saying da, da, and then she picked out the pad, and that's the picture that you have where she's shaking the pad and like da, like dad, bet this, and I was like, okay, hey, you know what? If you want to get into the family business, I'm happy with it. I love you so much. I'll bankroll you on this first one. And so I was like, let me text to the boys. I was like, guys, she's never told me a bet before, and I feel like she's pretty into Inter Milan right now. She's won. You know, she's new at this.
I want to stay so mad at her, but I can't stay mad at that face.
Pretty great. Yeah.
Either way, your daughter owes me $10.
Okay. That's fine.
She
fine.
gives me a crisp $10 bill and we're even. If not,
she doesn't have a job,
fucking
so that'd be tough.
I mean, I will. The beef will be back on so fucking quickly.
She'd win you over.
I will have beef. I will hold on to this for 16 years until she one day is like, hey, can you buy me some beer? And I'm like, you fucking picked Inter Milan that one time. No.
But do you know how like cool the content would have been for Gambling Baby?
Yeah, I know. I said
like, that would have been electric.
I was like, dude, if she gets hot, you have to start her own gambling page called L's Dubs.
I mean, she could lose, and then we're like, it's a 1-year-old. We shouldn't have trusted a 1-year-old pointing at something and thinking that was it. Like that's literally just like having a dog treat on 2 teams, and the dog picks. So you're like, that's what we're going with. Which like a lot of people do bets and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like we just had a 1-year-old, but like I didn't say L. Who do you want to bet? I didn't do any of that. She's just like da.
That's even worse. She came up and gave unsolicited gambling advice. Nobody likes that guy.
Well, it wasn't unsolicited. I was like, you want to get into? Daddy likes this hobby. Like, if I can get her in early, and she likes sports, it's like, why would I not?
That'd be so funny if she's in like 3rd grade, and teacher's like, "What'd you do this weekend?" Like, me and Dad hit a 14 parlay. It was plus 784.
She's like a bookie in 3rd grade, taking money from people. That'd be great.
Hey, how many jelly beans you think I got in my lunch? Put the over under at 10.5.
Dad, I got 2 desserts. I got 2 fruit cups. Fuck yeah, way to go, girl.
I mean, my first bet was in the 3rd grade. I believe it was 3rd grade. Whatever was Rams versus Titans Super Bowl.
Okay.
Bet an ice cream cone on. Oh
yeah. I don't know. That was on me.
I lost that one
I
too.
threw it to the group. Thinking that like, hey, if we eat, we all eat, you know. But she's not as good at gambling as maybe we had hoped. She can only get better. That's all I gotta say about that. Robert, what's your not cool?
I've been having sort of like engine troubles where when I accelerate, the car will shake a little bit. And I know I've had this experience before, so I know it's either the ignition coils or the spark plugs. Most of the time,
I was gonna say spark plugs.
Yeah, most of the time it's the ignition coils, and those are very simple to replace. But I'm thinking spark plugs, they need to be replaced every like 60 to 100,000 miles, and I've definitely have driven past that. So I'm like, maybe it's the spark plugs.
They lost their spark.
Mm-hmm. They just couldn't find it anymore. You know, after all these L's, they just lost it. I ended up getting both the coils and the spark plugs to replace. I I didn't want to just eat the cost of everything. So I'm like, if it's just the ignition coils, I'll return the spark plugs.
Well, Robbie return over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's the spark plugs, then I'll return the ignition coils. And I spent like 2.5 hours yesterday. It's very simple to do. It's really just like unscrewing one screw and unplugging something else. Like it's very simple, but it just took a long time to actually go through the process of like figuring out like, is this it? Drive around the neighborhood, drive around the block to see if the shake would happen or not. Figured out it was just the spark plugs. So now I can.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I was thinking too.
Yeah, Alex, who said the spark plugs, and you were right.
Car guy.
Yeah, car guy. And it just took like 2.5 hours to do this. I was very sweaty. Lots of mosquitoes outside.
He was extrasizing, baby.
Lots of mosquitoes outside. Like I would look down and there was like 7 around
I don't
me.
even want to think about that. I don't go outside.
Getting that time of year. Getting that time of year.
Yeah. It's just I bought a spark plug socket wrench. Like it's a long tool that you need to like reach in to get the spark plugs, and it's magnetic on the inside, so you can pull it
That's
out.
cool.
And,
Like a real gearhead.
yeah, but now I'm like, well, spark plugs don't need to be replaced. Like 60 to 100,000 miles. Like, do I return this thing too? It only costs $8. That one I'll probably keep.
No, you
but
keep it in a
that,
little
yeah, I'll probably
toolbox.
keep it. But I'm just like, maybe I'll return it. I don't need it anymore.
Gently used.
Generally used, yeah.
Sell it on Facebook Marketplace so you can have people hit you up in 6 weeks about it. Is it still available? I'll give you $1 for it. And you're like, no. Can you also drive it to me? I'm in Sealy.
So the check engine light never came on, but like I was like trying to be preemptive about it, sort of, because I had been dealing with this for like the past like 2 weeks or so, and I got to the point where I was like very paranoid. Like anywhere I had to go, I'm like,
You don't want to break down where you,
Yeah.
not be able to get somewhere you need to go.
yeah. Over the weekend, Sam and I were filming for something at location, and she took her car, and I loaded all the equipment into her car because like if I didn't put anything in mind, like if I put anything in mind, like I didn't want to break
Gonna
down.
leave it
and,
on
like,
the side of the road.
Yeah,
Just go.
I'm just like, just go without me. But like that's how concerned I was about it. But like I finally did something about it. Seems all good.
But
Fixed it yesterday because I like
gearhead, though, so
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Bobby's a real man.
He is. He is.
I do have one more that
All
I
right.
forgot about. So the other night, it was late. I was watching Harry Potter, and I was really high on my couch. And I was like, I could go for some snacks right now. And I go, and we had no candy. So then I spent $57 buying candy on Amazon.
It's not there that day.
I got a
Did you
2
get
pound.
Go-Gurt?
No, two.
Fuck,
damn it! I
Pat.
forgot the Go-Gurt. No, I got 2
You're
pounds.
on Amazon.
I got 2 pounds of M&Ms, 2 pounds of Lifesaver mints, and 2 pounds of Jolly Ranchers. I don't know if you know how much 2 pounds of candy is.
A lot.
It's so much of each.
A lot of candy.
And and I also got a 48 pack of Slim Jims. I don't even eat Slim Jims.
But when you see a Slim Jim, you're like, that looks good.
yeah, I ate 10 of them the first fucking night.
Why would you not?
Yeah. It was one of those things where like I kept doing
Randy
the thing.
Macho Man Savage told me to eat these.
They're the smaller ones. It's like not full size. They're individuals. And I kept doing the thing where I'd be like, well, this one I'm just going to like kind of throw in my mouth and then I'll just like let it savor for a little while. And every single time within 2 seconds, my mouth just instinctively
You don't
went
do that
munch.
with meat sticks.
Yeah, but
Just-
after you've already had 5 of them, you're like, this next one, I should not
it's
just tear
protein.
through this.
It's protein.
Dude, I just instantly, I would bite it every single time. My brain could not process them together. But the worst part of it all was when I went to open the Jolly Rancher bag,
It went everywhere.
it fucking
I hate that.
explode. It's 1:30 in the morning when I'm eating these. It explodes everywhere. I have to turn on the light, go find a bowl in the kitchen to scoop them all up. It's falling between the couch. It was, and so now I
that'd be a little
have.
treat. You just find like hidden Jolly Ranchers. That'd be a fun game.
Oh God, no! It's so. But now I have the problem of I have so many goddamn Jelly Ranchers, and I should not be eating them late at night because all it is sugar, and I just keep eating them late at night now.
You're gonna fall asleep with one in your mouth.
Cavity.
It's not see, that's gonna be the problem. That's how I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die choking on a fucking Jolly Rancher.
Well, you
It's
should
gonna
do
be
it with
the
a
fattest
lifesaver.
fucking death ever.
You have lifesavers that literally prevents you from choking.
I brought all those to work. I was like, I can't go through this many
the
mints.
mint lifesavers is a wild.
The
choice.
white ones, those are the best ones.
I'm not saying they're not good, but like 2 pounds of it.
Yeah, because they're fucking great. And I was also like, oh, I'll end up just bringing these to work and putting
If
them
you
on
were
the
ordering
stand.
candy, Robert, what would you get?
I would get the sour gummy worms. Trolley.
See, I was gonna get gummy bears, but gummy candies were way more expensive. Dude, 2 pounds of the Lifesavers was like $13.
That's why I can't have candy in my house. I can't because it's gone. Like
That's why I don't do it either. I made a high purchase. It fucking happened.
I would get mini Snickers and I would get Reese's and I would smoke once and then I'd be like, fuck, I ate a bag of Reese's and Snickers. Oh no.
Oh
Well,
no,
those are chocolate, not candy.
the first thing I looked
I
at,
get your point.
I almost bought a mega box of the extra large Butterfingers.
Fuck. But then you gotta like get all of the. It's
Also,
a lot of work.
I was like,
and your
what if these
teeth
get delivered when I'm not home?
melt?
They're gonna melt on my
You're gonna
front,
be the worst.
like by my front door. But like it says, it's like anti-melt packaging, blah, blah, and in the Amazon I was still like, I can't.
I don't trust
I'll be
that.
so mad if I buy king size Butterfingers and I open up the first one.
It's just
and
big
all
Butterfinger
melted.
trying to make you buy more. Probably
I do
heat
love
it up.
Butterfingers though. But yeah, so now I've got a bunch of candy and meat sticks that I have to eat.
Meat sticks are not a bad
shouldn't.
problem.
No, that's actually a great.
You know,
snack, too.
I have only recently started hearing them called meat sticks.
Is it because of Mo?
Oh, I don't know. I just
Mo
kind of said
calls it
meat
that in the
sticks.
She
morning.
calls it that, and then someone else I know does too. But like,
Beef sticks of her.
Well, it's because there's a lot of off-brand ones now.
mean,
I'm,
like,
I'm doing
you
okay
call
in life.
Coke
I
a
can
Coke,
afford the real
you know?
ones.
Yeah. Because
So-
Sprite is still a Coke.
yeah. So like,
No, it's not. I'm not one of. I've never.
That was how I was.
No.
I think soda's a
I'll
funny
have a
word.
soda.
Yeah, soda. You call it, but you say Coke.
No, when I want a Coke, when I want a Dr Pepper, I say I'll have a Dr Pepper. I don't say I'll have a Coke.
We
Which
got Cokes
one?
in the
Okay,
cooler,
well, then,
and
like-
it's just like there's also Dr. Peppers and Sprites and regular Cokes.
I don't know. We
and
were
all
a
that.
soda family, not a Coke. I don't know.
Okay,
That's
well,
my
like
family's
Kleenex,
from the north. What are you gonna do?
Kleenex.
Kleenex, yeah,
You'll
yeah.
say Kleenex.
Yeah.
So I always think
Not
of it.
facial tissue.
I always think of it just Slim Jim. So I just only recently started hearing meat stick. I'm like, what is that? Is that something different?
Oh, and trust me, I looked at buying 2 pounds of just beef jerky. That was very expensive, so that's how I settled on.
Yeah, beef jerky. I don't like whoever
Just-
sets the prices of beef jerky is just wild. They're like, we could just charge $100 for it and people would pay it. Like, yeah, he's
It's
not
fucking
wrong.
COVID's fault, man.
He's not wrong.
Except it was like this before
was
COVID,
always like
but I'll
that.
blame it on them.
All right, those are solid, not cools.
Mm-hmm.
I had a couple. I had two. My first one is that Monday I had a whole like chore day. Took my daughter to the doctor. She had to get some shots. She was already not happy, and then my wife was like, "Well, I'm gonna go to the grocery store, get some food for tonight, and then I'll meet you at home." So I took my daughter home. Was messing with her. She had a shot, so she was in a bad mood, and wanted anybody but me there. And then my wife called and was like, "Hey, I have a flat tire. Can you come help me?" I was like, "Yeah, I got you." And so I took the baby, threw her in the car, drove all the way to the grocery store, changed the tire, and then got the spare. Spare was flat. She had a flat spare. And then I was like, all right, not a problem. We can go to the gas station right across the street. They got an air thing. They had the air thing taken out. So now we were there with a flat spare. And then I was like, okay, there's got to be another one down the way. Drove a little bit further. They had an air compressor, but I turned it on and it didn't do anything. Took $2.50. Didn't do anything. It used to be like
$1.25.
yeah, it used to be that, and you'd get like forever with it.
Like
and now
4
it's
minutes of
$2.50.
air.
And so that didn't do anything. I was like, I don't feel like it's pushing any air out. It didn't seem like it made a sound. It's got the little timer on it telling me how much time I have left. I don't feel like it's doing anything. We're actually losing PSI right now. So this seems bad. So the third gas station did have air in the tire, but it just was like one thing after another. It was like, you can't just change tire, put a spare on, and then figure it out after that. Then you had to go fix the spare and all of that. So then the next day I was like, well, like I don't want to have to make her go figure it out with like the tire people. So I was like, I'll come pick your car up, take it to the place, get it done, and like I got all that stuff done. Then she had a nail in another tire, so I ended up having to get 2 tires. Pay the tire warranties though, because and by she I mean her dad. The last time she got these new tires had done that, and it was gonna be like over $1,000, and because they were under warranty, it ended up being way less than that, which was nice. It was still expensive, but that was a whole like chore list that came with that. Not her fault, but it was just one of those where you're like, fuck, all right, I gotta do this.
Did you end up getting one of like the portable air compressors?
I've ordered it.
Yeah.
I've ordered it. But I also had to buy a new spare because her spare was like 10 years old. And he was like, yeah, that's like the spares are only good for like 40, 50 miles, man. Like you should probably get a new one. I was like, all right. all right, I'll get a spare. Got that though, so that's done. And then my other not cool is car related as well. Every day, my complex sends out emails. It's like, oh hey, the water's gonna be shut off for this place, which I actually appreciate them letting you know that. Where it's not just like I come home and I'm gonna take a shower after a workout and the shower's not, like, I can't turn the shower on. But they're like, oh, water's shut off here. We're gonna be doing maintenance on this, so watch out where you're parking around here. We're gonna be painting these things. And every day it's like, and just a reminder, do not block or park in anyone's parking space. Do not only park in your own parking space. If you have visitors, make sure they park in the visitor parking spaces that are available. And I'm like, okay, I think about that I'm like, all right, that's fine. That's fine. Last night we went to dinner with family, came home. It was like 9:00. My daughter is very tired. She's crying. And there's a security golf cart blocking my parking spot. So I was like, what the fuck am I going to do? I got out because it was dark. I couldn't see anybody in there. And I was like, I don't know what the plan is here. So I was like, well, it says not to, I can't park outside of my spot. I can't park in someone else's spot. That's what the emails say every day. So I tried to go around the golf cart, and they have a concrete pole that I scraped my car with. And
why did you try and push the golf cart out of the way? Like, I understand it's got brakes on it.
It's a security golf cart, so I was like, I wouldn't try and steal a cop car.
I didn't say steal it. You never get inside.
Right.
You just push it.
Well, I don't know if it had its brakes
Could
on.
have tipped it over.
But like that's what it did to my
Ooh. That is a
little scrape right there. And
that's a little more than a little scrape.
Pretty
big scrape.
Yeah, not cool. And then I was like,
you should drive for Uber.
Yeah, I don't know. So I was just like, she's crying in the back seat the whole time. So I was like, I just got to get you inside. Like, I can't do this. And like, it says not to block other people's spots. It says not to do all this stuff. I was like, I was just trying to fucking maneuver this shit. So eventually, I just did park in another spot, and then had to like, I went through a spot and then had to like back into my spot. Like, I was basically just like Austin Powers it with the golf cart, but like it was in someone else's spot, just like ooching over and ooching over and ooching over. And then I was going to go leave a note, be like, hey, here's my number. You need to contact me because you parked in front of my spot and you caused me like my car fucked because of it. And when I went back out there with my note, the cart was gone. And so I was like, all right, well, I know where our guard check is. I went up to security guy. I was like, hey, I don't think it was you that was on the golf cart, but can you give him a call? And he's like, what's up? And so then I talked to that lady and I was like, look, every day they tell us not to block someone's spots. That doesn't just apply to me. Like, I can't park in someone's spot.
Also, you're in a fucking golf cart. You shouldn't be in a spot. Just park it on the side of somewhere. She wasn't in a spot.
It was like my spot's here, and she was parked in front of the spot.
That's what I'm saying.
But she could have parked 10 feet back, and it would have been fine.
Yeah.
She was parked like 3 feet in front of my spot, so I had to like go in, really hard turn, then back up, then really hard turn, then back up, then really hard turn to try and make sure I didn't hit the car next to mine or that pole, and then I thought I had it, and it was just the back scratch. Like, it could have been way worse. But she was like, well, you were the one that pulled in. I was like, yeah, because you parked there. Like,
because you blocked my parking.
I was like, I could have also taken the golf cart and driven it into the middle of nowhere and then throw the keys on a roof. Like, I could have done that too. Like, is that what you want me to do next time? Like, if that's the acceptable answer. So now, like, I sent an email to my apartments, and I was like, I think you guys should be in charge of. You guys should be partially responsible for paying for the damages to my car because I was trying to follow the rules that you guys have put in place. Your own people aren't doing that. Like, someone should be on the hook for that. I don't feel like that's going to go anywhere.
No.
But I'm going to bitch about it and be like, all right, well, then if I see a golf cart parked in a spot, I'm taking the golf cart. I'm taking the golf cart. I'm taking the keys with me, and I will throw them in a dumpster, and then you guys can fish it out and then figure that out. But, like, she's like, well, I had to do my rounds. I was like, you could have done your rounds on the fucking golf cart, man. I don't know. Like,
yeah, you can do your
rounds. I don't know what you
want
me to do. And I was like, yes, I could have waited. You could have waited. I had a fucking crying 1-year-old in the car. I had a crying what she needed. She was past the time she normally goes down. She was fussing. That's not 100% an excuse, but it's just like, like, I wanted to go home too, man. Like, you can't block me from getting into my house. And I'm like, well, you could have just waited. Like, you could have just not fucking parked there, man. Like, that should be on you. You should at least have to pay for like half of it because I was just trying to do the thing. Like, and then, well, why didn't you just park somewhere else? It fucking says it every day. Every day it says, don't park in someone else's fucking spot.
Also,
don't block it.
You pay for that spot and crying 1-year-old in the car.
So it's like, I know that like it's a weird.
You should ask him, you
were the one that did it. And I was like, right, because I could not pull into the spot, man. Like, I tried to do it. I tried to go around. I tried to do all this stuff. Like, if your shit wasn't there, then it was not a problem.
If I had parked in another spot, you would have gotten mad. If I had parked in Visitor, am I going to get prorated off of my park or off my rent for missing my parking space one day?
So that's
Do
the
I
whole
get
thing.
$5 off?
I've sent an email. They have not even be back, but I'm gonna go talk to our little our property manager tomorrow. Then in person. I got off tomorrow, so I got time. There was also like there's a camera right by where my parking spot is too. Like you can go look at the surveillance footage too if you don't believe me. Like
they'll probably tell you back, dude, that's CCTV. It doesn't even record.
Right, which I expect them to do, and I'm like, then don't act like it's a security thing. It doesn't do anything. But then the lady just went, well, that's on you. That's on you. I mean, you could have just waited. Like, you could have just not parked there. Why'd you park there? Well, I do my rounds. Like, park literally anywhere else that's not blocking a spot.
You can do your rounds.
Well, how am I supposed to know that spot's taken? I was like, because it's a spot. If it's a spot that could be blocked, then you should not do it.
How about you just park the golf cart somewhere that's not blocking a spot? You can do that. You can definitely do that.
I don't expect anything to be done, but I'm going to gripe and be like, then will you please tell your dumb security guards to like, hey, don't like follow the rules that we tell everybody else to do? Like, we're paying you. Don't do that shit.
Yeah. You're just going to be like, listen, if I were to get in that golf cart and move it myself, you guys would be mad that I got on your property. Don't fucking do that then.
The next time,
if
it happens again, I'm taking the keys and I'm just throwing them on the roof. And I'll flip the golf cart and just be like, I don't know. Would you guys like? I had to move it.
Don't throw them on the roof, but you should take them out and throw them underneath the golf cart.
I'll take them out and then take them inside with me, and then just be like, oh, I didn't know.
Like, oh, because I had to move your golf cart for you, my contractor's fee is actually $100 an hour.
Oh, charge them whatever the fee is to whatever it costs to get my car fixed. That's gonna cost you X amount of dollars.
Just like, well, I was actually working for the apartment complex, moving your cart for you. So, my contractor rate is $100 an hour, so you guys owe me $100. Here's a bill.
Yep. And then
you wanted me to work for free? No, that's not how this country works.
But yeah, it's not cool because I could have waited.
You didn't know how long she was gonna be gone?
Yeah, I didn't know if you were like going to take a shit. If you were taking a break, I didn't know if you were walking all the way around the fucking complex on foot instead of like.
Which, by the way, if you're doing that on foot, why are you parking the golf cart randomly in the middle of the complex?
The complex, like, yeah, it makes no sense. But she didn't seem to be caring about it at all, and I was like, I don't want to get anybody in trouble. I just want I feel like I tried to follow the rules, and me following the rules led to this. So somebody should be responsible for it, partially at least. But yeah, that's those are my not cools. All car related, I feel like. Lots of car stuff this week.
Cars and candy.
Cars and candy. Story of my life, am I right? All right. If you have your not cools, hit us up at PassGrayPod. Use the hashtag PTG not cool on X. Let's move on to the PTG or the answers site. Let's wrap this bad boy up with some questions we got. I got a lot of email questions I'm going to get to today. Trying to clear out some of the emails. We've been getting a lot more emails than before, so I'm trying to get through some of them. Although the first place we do check is X. Hit us up at PassGrayPod on X. Use the hashtag PTG answers. That's how we search for them. But we'll look at X first, and we're gonna take the best ones from there, and then we're gonna go to the emails. And I'm trying to get some of the emails. I appreciate you guys and gals writing in, and a lot of ladies writing in, and I like that.
Ladies,
see a PTG podcast, Pass the Gravy for ladies, for the ladies.
We're for the girls.
Yeah, people say that we're not, but obviously the ladies are writing in. So if you, I guess at Pass the Gravy Pod, hit us up. We're at Pass the Gravy Pod hashtag PTG answers. You can also email your questions to us. It's passgravypod@gmail.com. Put answers in the subject line, so that's how I can find them. We are brought to you by the Pass the Gravy YouTube channel, youtube.com/@PassGravyPodcast. Just go to YouTube, search Pass the Gravy Podcast, hit that subscribe button, go like the videos, like all the videos. Comment this week. Why don't you comment? Just fuck. What are we commenting?
How many dogs do you think Joey Chestnut's going to put down?
How many hot dogs? Yeah, give us your Joey Chestnut hot dog prediction, all right? Give us that, and then just tell me that I'm right, that they should pay for my car. So that's a new car. It's brand new. I just got plates for it the other day.
Use that as like your petition. Like, I got all these YouTube comments.
If you go look at this most recent episode, you can hear me calling my landlord a land bitch, and then I'm also about to throw down if this isn't resolved.
Call her LB for short.
I can get the gang to leave some negative reviews. It's happened before. It'll happen again.
Just go up there and be like, listen, okay, I want you guys to pay for half of this. Here's the thing. I'm also going to give you the number to my previous apartments.
Gonna give him a call.
Call them and see how difficult I can be before you answer on whether or not you're going to pay for half of this.
Hey, just do what he says. Just do the thing.
They'll be
he
like, guys,
says.
listen,
It's really
it's
not a pain
really-
after that.
Just do it. It's not worth having him on your bad side.
Yeah. But yeah, Pass a Great Podcast on YouTube. Go comment that I'm right, and also how many hot dogs you think Joey Chestnut will eat. If we can get to 200 comments, I'll give out one of the PTG flags. We'll give out PTG flags to a random person in the comments this week. This is the answer segment.
Well, if you just answered the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
All right, our first question is from Callie House. Callie House writes in and says, do elephants get stuffy or runny trunks like our noses do?
I mean, you have to assume they do, but also I feel like evolutionarily, big word, they've probably figured it out to where they don't.
I think they gotta.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we only have our nasal passages as a frame of reference. Elephant's got a big-ass, powerful trunk there. I feel like if it got stuffy, they could just fucking blow that shit out.
Yeah, but like if it was a runny trunk, you got to just keep blowing that stuff out.
Do elephants get sick? They get diarrhea sick. Do they get nose sick?
I don't know. I know like dogs are sick when their nose is all dry. Like elephants probably get sick.
I mean, they have to be able to get a stuffy nose, which that's got to suck for them.
Or a runny nose.
They can't even like communicate. They can't blow their trunk.
But it's just snot going everywhere.
They're just like,
Yeah,
that's all it'll be.
I think they.
I hope they don't.
I think
I don't
they
want
do
them to have
get
to deal with
stuffy
that.
noses, and that would be way worse. It's like a longer nose. It's longer to suffer.
That's got to suck. You just give them some cocaine. That'll clear them out.
Yeah.
They probably have an insane nasal drip.
Oh, I bet that'd be wild. Yes, elephants do have stuffy and runny noses like we do.
I'm just
Trunks.
picturing an
Stuffy
elephant
trunks.
in Scarface when he's got that mound of cocaine. I'm picturing an elephant just hoovering that whole mound in one.
I like that. That'd be really funny. Somebody Photoshop an elephant behind the cocaine over Tony Montana's head. Just do that.
That's just a bump for an elephant.
It's nothing at all. All right, great question, Callie. Keep them coming. Our next one is from Preston B, and he emails in and says, "Is a wig a hat?"
I mean, a hat is just a head covering, so yeah.
A wig's a head cover, but it's not a hat.
Why is it not a hat?
It's not a hat.
It's
Why?
not a hat. Like a bandana is not a hat.
I mean, it's going on your head. Bandana might actually be more of a visor, depending on how you're wearing it.
But a visor's a hat. A visor's a hat to me.
Yeah, but I'm just saying because a lot of time bandana, you're not going on top of the head. You're like kind of just wrapping around
so
it.
I think it's like there's a head covering, and that's not a hat.
Why is that not a hat?
Because it's a wig.
But I'm saying, why is that head covering not a hat? What makes a hat a hat?
It's got to have like a bill would be
Oh,
a
really?
big part of it.
So you're trying to tell me that a yarmulke is not a hat?
Yarmulke is a hat.
No bill.
It's different.
No bill. I caught
It's
you
one of
right
those,
there.
It's, like, it's different. It's not like it's
You're saying the yarmulke is the exception?
no. It's just like
What about a
faux
fez?
hair. Like you're wearing faux hair.
Fez doesn't have a bill either.
Is that the thing that looks like a graduate cap?
It's the like little Shriners hat, or also
Lions
the
Club.
Indiana's friend from Egypt from Indiana Jones.
Okay.
Those
Well,
hats?
A Pooh had one in Aladdin.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Fez. No bill.
Right, but like it doesn't have anything that like it's got to go up at a certain point, you know?
You can get a wig pompadour.
Yeah, but most wigs go over your like
I think it is. I don't know why you're so
I don't
pushed
think
back
it's
on that.
not. It's not a hat.
wigs are not hats. It's an accessory. It's a head accessory. A hat is something you would wear. You would put a wig on. You wouldn't wear it. You wouldn't wear it. No, you would be wearing a wig. Fuck.
See?
But it's not though.
Do black girls just really like wearing hats?
Why you gotta bring race into it?
Because I don't know a lot of white girls that have shit tons of wigs, but I know.
Have you ever seen a bachelorette party? They love wigs.
Occasionally.
There's all kinds of crazy
I worked with a girl one time for like 4 years, and she straight up told me, "You'll never see my real hair."
That's cool.
Just wish she was just a hat enthusiast.
Wigs.
I wish I had thought of that to tell her that back then. She would not have liked it.
The wigs are definitely not hats, though.
All right, poopy pants. You got Robert on your side. Normally, Robert agrees with me. This feels bad.
Right. Okay, so yeah, 2-1. We say.
All right, they're not
wigs are
hats. Fine. I believe in democracy.
All right, next one we got. This is from Josh Tree Caudle at Joshua Tree 713 on X, and he says, "Power rank these TV dads." He is Homer Simpson from The Simpsons, Randy Marsh from South Park, Peter Griffin from Family Guy, Bob Belcher from Bob's Burgers, and Stan Smith from American Dad. Robert, you go first. You've seen most of these, at least.
I know who all of these are.
Okay.
One of the rare occasions.
There we go. So this is a good Bobby Power rankings, maybe.
All right, number 5. I'm going. This is how I interpret it. He's actually, I think, the worst dad. I'm going to go Randy Marsh, number 5.
What?
Number 5, Randy Marsh.
As the worst dad. Okay, these are your rankings.
Okay,
These are your
okay.
rankings.
I'm going to go number 4, Peter Griffin.
Okay.
Number 3, Stan Smith. Number 2, Homer. Number 1, Bob Belcher.
All right, Pat. Okay, so you go Bob, Homer,
Bob,
Stan.
Homer, Stan, Peter, Randy.
Okay. All right, Pat, your turn.
All right. Peter's got to be number 5. He's a bad dad. Like, he loves his kids and everything. Can you imagine farting in Elle's face? Peter does it like 9 times a season. He fucking hates Meg. That's a bad dad.
That's true.
So
As a
he's
girl
number
dad,
5.
I could never do that.
Number 4, I'll go Stan Smith. He loves his kids, but he doesn't like either one of them.
He's disappointed in him.
He's
a lot of
disappointed
times,
in it's all disappointment in both of his kids. 3, I will go. I'll go Homer at 3. He chokes his son a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which,
and
you know
like,
what?
does a bunch of
Discipline.
He
other
doesn't
dumb
do that
stuff.
anymore, though.
Does he not?
does
So
not
you
do
know
that
what? So it's then definitely bad dad because he stopped disciplining his son.
That's true. You got to discipline those kids that don't
They
age.
took him choking Bart out of The Simpsons. It's a fucking cartoon. Jesus. All right, number. I'll go Randy Marsh number 2. Randy's a fucking great dad.
Okay.
Randy goes above and dude. He brought his son the sword of 1,000 truths.
That is true.
Like, he goes above it. Does he have moments where he's not being a great dad? Yeah, Randy likes to get drunk and fight at Little League games. But you know what? He's at every Little League game.
He's a supportive dad.
He's there all the time. And number 1, Bob Belcher. That guy's just a good dad. He doesn't understand his kids, but he's always nice and loving to them.
Okay.
And he takes care of them.
Whatever, Gene.
Teaches them life skills and work ethic by making them work in the restaurant.
Even though they don't want to at all and very rarely do. Yeah, okay.
But you know what? They do everything as a family. That's a good dad.
You have Bob, Randy, Homer, Stan,
Peter.
and Peter. Okay. I'm going to go. Number 5 is Stan Smith. Bringing an alien to your house to live at your house is just irresponsible.
Not just an alien who's a sexual deviant.
A weird alien, and then this like Russian guy or Klaus that you've got there. It's a guy's body that you put into a fish. Like, that's just a weird situation to bring home.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes you got to bring homework with you.
I don't like bringing my work home, you know?
Yeah, it's unavoidable.
Even though I do a podcast at home sometimes. So Stan Smith, I put at 5. 4 is Homer. He's not really that great at being a dad.
He's a good dad to Lisa.
Not always. Not really. He's not there for a lot of things.
He tries.
Lisa's usually disappointed in everything he does.
You know what? Yeah, he skips a lot of shit to
He
get
skips
drunk
a
with his
bunch of
buddies,
things. 3 is Peter. I don't know why I put him over Homer because he's kind of on the same category.
He'll fight for his family.
But yeah, he'll fight a chicken for his family. I don't know if Homer would do that. So that's really what the tiebreaker was, I guess. Chicken fights. 2 is Randy Marsh. Maybe not the best dad all the time. But like, I'm sorry, I thought this was America. Like,
He bought a nice farm for his family to live on. Yeah, they didn't want to do it, and it was just to sell weed, but he did it.
Integrity Farms. Yeah, he knows that stuff. He's pretty involved in a lot of things in their lives. And then he's at all their games. He does all that stuff. He literally invented Lord so he could like support that helps support the family. Like he's going outside the box. He's doing all this other stuff. I think Randy is too, and then one is Bob, just because like kind of everything you guys said, like Bob Belcher rocks.
He just keeps getting beaten down by life, but you know what? He loves his family.
All of us in life, where you're just like, the landlord, I gotta pay the rent again.
Just the ultimate.
My
dad
kids aren't
noise
helping. Okay, Gene. Okay, Tina.
No, Gene.
Stop that.
No burger squash.
Stop doing that. Please quit doing that. You're scaring away the customers. So I go, Bob, Randy Marsh, Peter Griffin, Homer Simpson, Stan Smith. That was a good power ranking.
Very good.
Next one we got, it's an email from Aaron M. And Aaron says, can birds be tone deaf?
For sure, dude.
Yeah, like not all birds are good at singing. And a lot of times birds just mimic shit that they hear. So like I don't even know if they really have tone in the first place. But like you heard a crow, they fucking suck.
Even the ones that
you're fucking tone deaf as a motherfucker.
You think that's bad? You should hear the crows that are bad at crowing. It's even worse. But you don't hear them. I think the tone deaf birds are probably the incels of the bird community. They don't even try and sing because they're like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not even trying to attract a mate.
It's true.
Sing. But really, it's just because they're bad at singing.
I'm not going to sing a song. They can't all be good. You know?
No.
They can't all be good.
Like with any other species, you might get Adele, you might get me.
Right.
One is a vastly better singer.
I would say fewer birds are tone deaf than people.
Mm-hmm.
But like a pigeon? Pigeons don't got any tone.
I mean, think about it. It could even be a lot of the birds we hear, their tone might be off. We keep hearing them because they don't get no bird pussy because they can't match up because they're tone deaf and they sound like shit.
Yeah.
If they sung like Ed Sheeran,
right,
they'd be swimming in that pussy.
And if Ed Sheeran was a bird, he would be a macaw. Probably. I don't know why. I don't know if macaws can sing.
I'm trying to think of an ugly bird that sounds nice. I don't know. You know what? He would be an Oriole. Ginger.
A macaw looks cool as fuck.
Or would he be an Oriole? Or would he be a cardinal? Technically, it's more red than orange.
Right.
Or is it more orange than red?
He would be an Oriole.
Yeah.
He'd be an Oriole. Cardinals are elite. I got a cardinal lives by me. It's a real treat to see it.
Maybe give some birds to rank next week.
Oh, yeah, birds. Let's rank birds. There's so many we could choose from. But
what's the swallow?
Birds. What is the significance of a swallow in that like 1 million people have tattoos of swallows? What does swallows mean?
I don't know. Is it they're trying to get a dove, but they said the wrong bird? Like, I want the bird of peace. Give me a swallow. And the tattoo artist is like, it's not what it is, but you said it.
Swallow. What does it mean?
You might want to rephrase that. Swallow bird. What does the swallow bird symbolize? If you just Google what does swallow mean, you're going to get a very different Google search. Yeah. And you're on the
It's a Victorian symbol of successful voyage, and it is a talisman.
Oh, yeah, because it's a seabird, isn't it?
Of good luck and a harbinger of the land.
So, yeah, it's a seabird. So that makes sense. When you had to travel by ship, swallows were very important because you're like, oh, good, we're not going to die on the ocean.
Okay, well, none of the people that I know that have swallow tattoos are on the ocean ever.
I mean, how many people have gotten Asian tattoos that have never been to China?
That's true.
Like, tattoos don't mean shit most of the time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, but birds can definitely be tone deaf.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Just look at crows. Crows fucking suck.
They're all tone deaf.
Crows fucking suck at singing. Woodpeckers, they don't even know how to sing. They're basically like the mutes of the bird community. They're just like, I have to hit things with my beak.
Woodpeckers are the kids from junior high that just drum with pencils all day.
And woodpepper is even worse. It's really just like this woody kind of pepper that you don't like. It's just like, what is this? I thought this would be pepper. You're like, no, it's woodpepper.
Woodpepper would be great, dude. Just, pepper with mesquite flavoring on it?
No, it's just grains of wood instead of pepper, like a substitute.
Is the wood mesquite?
You want to eat that instead of pepper?
I mean, if I'm out of pepper.
Chopped up wood.
Were you going to not season your food? You white?
You get splinters. I don't like splinters.
Neither do I, but I don't want unseasoned steak either.
I don't want wood seasoned steak either.
I do.
With grains of just little pieces of wood.
What if it's maple? That'd be sweet.
Still seems like I don't want to eat that. It's like eating a cork.
All
right. Last question. Reese Ballard writes in and says, what food would make the best boomerang?
Banana.
Wrong. It'd be a tortilla. You could bite a tortilla into the shape of a boomerang and make that bitch come back to you. You can sling the fuck out of tortillas.
I mean, if you've got good wind, you can just sling a tortilla and it'll come back to you.
Right. A banana, heavy. Tortilla.
A little heavy.
Take a little bite out of that, go, whoosh, that bad boy will come right back to you.
Pizza dough.
Pizza
No,
dough.
a little too heavy.
A little heavy.
Pizza
Not a
dough
bad
is just
one.
a heavier tortilla.
But like,
Yeah,
you
great
throw
point.
it up, comes right back down to you.
That's not
That's up.
boomerang. That's up. You got to throw it out.
Yeah.
I like where you're going with that. Your feelings are valid, Robert.
I appreciate that.
But I think tortilla makes the most sense.
I mean, I did just say wood was edible, so a boomerang could be food.
well, it says what food would make the best boomerang.
If you eat a boomerang, is it food? So then it would be the best boomerang.
Be an edible boomerang.
I think I'm with you, though. Tortilla. It's light.
It's
It's got the
easy.
ability to
You can
fly. So
sling that
you
bad
put
boy.
enough RPMs on that bitch, it's going to come back.
Yeah, and you can take a little bite out of it to actually make it more of a boomerang shape to make it more likely to do that. Because
I don't know. I think the bite out of it would just make it wobble and less aerodynamic.
Well, I mean, we could buy a whole thing of tortillas for like $1 and then figure out.
We might have to test this.
I would be very down to do that, and then just also make tacos and have tacos with the rest.
Also, I want to revive our tortilla tossing league.
I would like to do that too. That was a lot of fun. I think about that several times a week. Just how much fun that was.
Every time I go to an Airbnb for the rest of my life, I'm going to be like, I got to get some tortillas.
My bachelor party, my friend Tyler fucking slung that thing 3 football fields. It still going to this day. Rumor has it. But a tortilla just makes the most sense. Being that being light, being floppy. You can,
Very throwable.
yeah, so throwable. So throwable. And if it catches any kind of wind, it can come right back to you. And if not, if you bite it in the right way, I think you can make it swing back to you anyways. And again, if you're new to the podcast, everything in the world is a boomerang. Whether or not it's a good boomerang is up for debate. Like you throw it out there, if it just falls down, that's a really shitty boomerang. But like everything is a boomerang.
No.
Tortillas make fantastic boomerangs. Banana,
I don't know if it's a fantastic
it's not
boomerang.
coming back. I think it would be
It's
food boomerang. Fantastic food boomerang.
It's a usable boomerang. It is boomerangable.
It's boomerangable for sure. Very boomerangable. All right, great question, Reese. Great questions by everybody. Again, if you want to submit your questions to us, X is the best way to do it. @PassTheGradePod. #PTG Answers. That's how we search for it. And you can also email them to us, passthegradepod@gmail.com, and use answers as your subject so I can find it that way. Great questions, everybody. On all socials, am at Alex J. Middleton. Pat is at Not Pat D. And Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. We as a podcast are at Pass the Grade Pod. Go follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all those things. Comment, share our posts, do all that stuff. Share us with a friend. It would really, really help us out a lot. Comment on the YouTube video. If you're watching us, you can listen to us wherever you get your podcast. Give us a 5-star review on that. Leave us a review. You can roast us in the reviews. We'll read some of the reviews if we can get enough of you guys roasting us. Just give us a 5-star review. You can also, if you're listening to us, youtube.com/@PassGradePodcast. Go subscribe to the podcast, comment, enter the chat, get in on the chat with us, and hang out with us. We appreciate you guys spending time listening to us every single week. You guys are the best. Love you guys. I already gave our handle, our Instagram and stuff out. Let's wrap it up with a random person generator. Who are we going with this week, boys?
I am going to take Joey Chestnut. Also, the Lakers are being sold.
I saw that.
I'm going to go Kristen Shaw. She's the voice of Louise in Bob's
Louise,
Burgers.
yep.
Nice.
Kristen Shaw, Joey Chestnut.
Should do Eugene Merman.
No, I'm gonna go David Bowie again. I'm gonna try and stay consistent, and eventually one of them will hit. If I keep dancing around, I don't know. David Bowie. I'm going David Bowie again for second straight week. Kristen Shaw, Joey Chestnut, David Bowie. Here we go. Ellen Burstyn, Montgomery Clift, Omar Sharif, The Band, David Frost, Mary Pickford, Kate Humble, and R.E.M. Let's run it back. Dakota Fanning, Steve McQueen, Frank Sedgman, Gladys Knight, Jeremy Paxman, Michael Douglas, Fred Astaire, Eddie Arcaro, and one more time, Christian Shaw, Joey Chestnut, David Bowie. What are we doing here? Anna Kendrick, Winona Ryder, Marvin Gaye, Natalie Wood, Harrison Ford, Kristen Stewart, Bruce Lee, Philip Schofield. Let me just do one more, just for shits and gigs.
Why not?
Just for shits and gigs. This counts, though. All right. Helen Holt Jacobs, Michael Jordan, Yvonne Goolagong, Cauley, Steven Tyler, Paul McCartney, Svetlana Kuznetsova, Sean Connery, Paul McCartney, and Anna Magnani.
I was the closest.
Were you?
Michael Jordan, he's the GOAT. Joey Chestnut's the GOAT.
All right, I'll give you that. Doesn't count, though.
It doesn't. I won the closest.
Still have not got this yet. Rob,
Nope.
You've got this, though.
Yeah.
I've also got this. That's good. That's
You've
crazy.
also gotten it.
It's crazy. All right.
My time is coming.
One day, maybe.
Probably
maybe.
not.
All right. Love you guys. Have a great rest of your week. Until we talk to you next time. Pass the gravy. Yeah, bitches.
Gravy, gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pass the Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, baby.